We are live. Hey Flex, good evening and welcome to the stream and konnichiwa. By the way, any particular reason you use Japanese phrases so much? Trying to learn Japanese or something else? Hey Devashish, good evening and welcome to the stream, my guy. How was your day and how are you feeling right now? Let me just put it on 50. अच्छे लगते हैं कुछ words understandable. Still, are you interested in learning Japanese? 15. मुझे हर बार सेटिंग चेंज करनी पड़ेगी यार. Can't I save them? Save. Hopefully they are saved. डे ठीक ही था. स्टडिंग एज यूजुअल एंड मैथ करने का और प्लान है बट मन नहीं कर रहा. I played a bit Valo during my break. I have more game sense now. What does that even supposed to mean? Sorry, I don't know. By the way, could you please tell me if the audio sync is fine with my cam now? Actually, last stream I was using my back cam and I'm back to front cam now, so hopefully it's fine. I will have to see what is the problem with the back cam. खेल के सीख रहा हूँ. क्या सीख रहे हो? I'm interested but all apps I installed don't get any attention. कुछ time offline coaching. You should probably go for an offline institute. That will be better. Actually, I myself is interested in learning Japanese because I would love to work in a Japanese game industry. So yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will. But we'll see. Hey merchant. It's fine, no delay. Okay. Then मुझे एक बार को check करना पड़ेगा like what is the problem with back cam. Because I think quality ज़्यादा better है, like बहुत better है जो main cam है उसकी. So we'll see. Aim is shit enough, वो improve हो रहा है. I end up revealing myself too much and then always get killed. Are you genuinely interested in competitive games like Valorant? I don't know, just doesn't seem like you, I guess. आंटी आराम से, कोई जल्दी नहीं. Let me help you with your knees. पर ये जापानीज़ लोगों का खाना मुझे पसंद नहीं आया. बहुत सी फूड खाते हैं और मैं प्योर वेज बंदा. इट्स फाइन ना, यू कैन ऑलवेज मेक योर ओन फूड. लाइक नॉर्मल ग्रोसरी आइटम तुम्हें मिल ही जाएगा. जस्ट लर्न. आई माई सेल्फ want to learn how to cook actually. मैं सीख लूँगा. It's not that difficult to think, honestly. And you should know how to cook. और मेरा कंट्रोलर पागल हो रहा है. आई शुड प्रॉब्ली डिस्कनेक्टेड. मैं देख रहा हूँ पूरी ये वाइब्रेट क्यों हो रही है टेबल. अपने आप ऑन हो रखा है साला. आई डोंट नो. मुझे बस वैलोरेंट में TDM खेलने में मज़ा आता है. इंडियन competitive servers are toxic if you are alone. Helping an old lady with her back pain. It's not that difficult. Just basic cooking sense होना चाहिए. Yeah, okay, got it. नहीं, मैंने डेड स्पेस कोर्स नहीं खेला. इंटरेस्टेड इन प्लेइंग दैम दो. मेरा एक काम करो छोटा सा तुम दोनों. यहाँ पर एक पजल है पीछे की तरफ चर्च में, और मैं अपना दिमाग नहीं लगाना चाहता फिलहाल. जस्ट टेल मी व्हाट इज़ द सॉल्यूशन हियर. नहीं तो मैं चलो कोई बात नहीं, मैं देख लूँगा क्या है सॉल्यूशन ऐसे चेक करते करते. Twins must be buried under this grave. This insignia is a little different. Maybe they are different for all the graves. ये है चैप्टर 1-3 चर्च पजल. नहीं वो वाला नहीं कह रहा मैं. चर्च के पीछे वाला जिससे तुम्हें बेसिकली एक आइटम मिलता है दैट यू कैन सेल फॉर मनी. मेन पता है मुझे. मेन वाला पजल तो बहुत इजी है एक्चुअली. मैं नहीं मर रहा तुम लोगों के चक्कर में. मरो. अंदर का पजल तो मुझे पता है चर्च का. मेरे को बाहर वाला कहना उसकी चर्च के एक पीछे आता है, उसकी बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. Hey Siddharth, good evening and welcome to the stream. नहीं ये चैप्टर 1 है. सॉरी ये पार्ट 1 है, उसका चैप्टर 4 है. उसके पीछे एक ये डायल वाला पजल है. मैं इसमें अपना दिमाग अभी बिल्कुल नहीं लगा जाता. सो प्लीज़ टेल मी हाउ टू डू इट एंड आई एम नॉट गना लाइक छेड़ूंगा नहीं इसको बिकॉज इट डजंट रीसेट इन इटसेल्फ. just check it until I'm just gonna shoot some zombies, I guess. Good evening. How was the day, Siddharth? And how are you feeling, most importantly? आ जाओ. Say this bell can spawn zombies. Sorry, not zombies, but all these villages infinitely. So you can grind them a lot if you want to. It's 333443. Thank you. Three 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 four four three. Three 443. Sure, this is the right one. गलत है भैया. Yes, feeling really productive and about to go to gym and hit some squats. That's good. That's good. आज लैग डे क्या? यूजुअली लोग सैटरडे को करते हैं. 333444. Okay. फ्लेक्स ये भी नहीं ऐसे तो मैं खुद चेक कर लेता हूँ यार. थैंक यू देवाशीष. अब तो हो गया, क्या पक्का पक्का कर रहे हो तुम? एक छोटे से पजल के चक्कर में तो थोड़ा माथा खा पाऊंगा अपना मैं. Anakin. Well, best of luck for your gym. Enjoy it.
Sort of.
Leon, did I mention not to take the scenic route?
000.
Ashley's probably inside that structure. Rescue her. Hurry.
Either way, I appreciate the help. Flex. Bye. Bye. I think this is the first snake one. Yeah, this is the first snake one. Closure of the church. Regarding the two fugitives, the apprehension of Louis is our top priority. The American agent distance second. What Louis stole from us is far more important than the girl. Unless we get it back, the girl will become useless to us. We must get it back to execute our plan to the end. If it gets in the wrong hands, the world would become a totally different place than what Lord Sadler has envisioned. At all cost, we mustn't let that happen. Nevertheless, we are not letting off the girl to ensure that the agent does not get to her. I have locked the church door where the girl is being held. Anyone who need access to the church must first get approval by Lord Sadler. There's a key beyond the lake, but it should be safe now that the Del Lago has been awoken by our Lord. No one will get access the lake alive. Bye Siddharth, thank you for joining us on the stream. Plus, our same blood courses through the agent's vein. It will be just a matter of time before he joins us. Once he does, there will be nobody else left that will come looking for the girl. Exactly why you should have sanded more than at least one agent to save your own daughter, Mr. President. बट पहले आई रिमेंबर वैलेंट वॉइस चैट में बहुत से बच्चे थे जो गाली देते थे. अभी वो कम हो गए. Ashley, they are talking about Ashley. Hey Yoshikage, good evening and welcome to the stream. कैसे चल रही है एग्जाम्स की प्रिपरेशन? जब भी तुम्हें ऐसा कुछ दिखे ना रेजिडेंट एविल गेम्स में, स्पेशली विद दी थर्ड पर्सन जो गेम्स हैं थर्ड पर्सन शूटर वाले, रेजिडेंट एविल 4, 5 and 6, जस्ट रिमेंबर टू डू वन थिंग. टेक अ फ्लैश ग्रेनेड, aim at them, पैसा ही पैसा, पैसा 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 पैसा। मुझे फ्लैश ग्रेड भी वापस मिल गया। Which one you like most, Ashley or Ada as a character? Ada is a bitch. A very hot and sexy one, but she is still a bitch. साइंस हो गया खत्म, अब SSC. See, the thing is, Ada is actually a quite layered character. She's well written, but I don't like her as a person. She is very much a bitch. She acts like one. वो उसके लिरिक्स ध्यान नहीं है योशिका के, और अगर बैकग्राउंड में वो सॉन्ग चल रहा होता तो मैं गा देता. Maybe someday I will learn Japanese, and then something I'm interested in doing, honestly. Shit. चलो कोई बात नहीं, ये भी चलेगा. फिट तो वैसे भी दोनों में ही करने अपन को. कहना है ना, रूबी आई कैन ओनली सेल इट एट वंस.
Got some rare things.
Specialized gun in the buy skin, don't worry. And
What are you selling?
we have a gun now, a better one honestly.
Is that all? What are you buying?
इसका डिज़ाइन मुझे काफ़ी पसंद है. इट लुक्स रियली कूल. पनिशो. इतने पैसे को क्या करोगे? अभी रुक जाओ, ये पैसे सारे खत्म होते हैं. Thank you.
What are you selling? What
Yeah,
are
I
you
can sell
selling?
some things.
Is that all?
I'll buy it at a high price.
Thank you.
I love this guy. Everyone does, honestly. Everyone love this guy. See, I can upgrade it, but it is not worth it, honestly, because you like. It is a weapon worth keeping, but I just prefer more firepower instead of piercing ammos and enemies. इसलिए मुझे रेड 9 ज़्यादा पसंद है ओवरऑल. लाइक इट्स माई फेवरेट पिस्टल इन द गेम because it has pretty good accuracy and the damage output is damn good. हाँ, मैंने रीमेक खेला है योशिका के. Just look at this gun. It looks so cool to look at, honestly. which is better. Both games are different, both are worth playing. Simple as that. Remake does its own thing, and it does them really well. But the original has its own feel, honestly. They both of the games are drastically different in gameplay and its atmosphere, in its tone. So I will just suggest you to play both. Both games deserve a playthrough at least once. यहाँ पर अभी अच्छा हाँ घूम के आएंगे अपन यहाँ ना रिमेम्बर. चलो वो तो चले. अगर तुम्हें हॉरर पसंद नहीं, then I will suggest you to start with this one, Resident Evil 4. It is not really a horror game, and the gameplay is quite fun once you get used to the controls, which is like very easy. They're not even that complicated. This game is quite addictive, so yes, definitely start with this. Bro, ये मर्चेंट थोड़ा सा तो बेवकूफ़ है, अलग अलग रूबी लेकर खुद असेंबल कर ले. ओए मर्चेंट को ऐसा कुछ मत बोलना भाई. ही इज़ योर बेस्टी. ही इज़ एवरीवन्स बेस्टी इन Resident Evil 4, okay? The only guy who helps you without much in return. इसके बाद इतने गन्स है, अगर चाहे तो वो तुम्हें मार सकता है और सब कुछ छीन सकता है तुम्हारा, बट नहीं करता ना ऐसा. तो बस तो फिर मर्चेंट के लिए कोई कुछ नहीं बोलेगा. आई विश इस गेम के अंदर ऑलरेडी हार्ड डिफिकल्टी अनलॉक होती, प्रोफेशनल डिफिकल्टी अनलॉक होती, बिकॉज so far it's been quite easy. Like, because of course I have played this game multiple times, मेरे लिए easy रहेगा, so I would have much preferred playing the game on hard difficulty right now. मैं बताता हूँ वायलेंस का क्या हुआ. जो वायलेंस का बेस गेम प्ले है एंड जो मैकेनिक्स है ना, दे आर प्रीटी गुड. दे वर्क रियली वेल एंड दे आर फन. द गेम इज़ फन टू प्ले. द गेम प्ले इटसेल्फ इट फील्स गुड एंड इट इज़ फन टू प्ले. बट जब बात आती है कंटेंट की, जब बात आती है ओपन वर्ल्ड की, दैट गेम इज सो डैम रिपीटेटिव यार. द मेन स्टोरी टेक्स सो मच टाइम टू कंप्लीट फॉर नो डैम रीजन, एंड इट डज नॉट इवन हैव एनी गुड मिशंस फॉर मोस्ट पार्ट. जो भी मिशंस है, जो भी स्ट्रक्चर है ना गेम का, वो बहुत सिमिलर है, बहुत सिमिलर. यू लिटरली डूइंग सेम मिशंस इन एवरी सिटी to take down every single cartel boss, that kind of thing, and it gets really boring very soon, because the gameplay doesn't change that much that grants me to play that game for 25 to 30 hours continuously. Nah, like we got bored of it despite playing with friends, despite playing with Plasma and Shub. I got bored of it. It was just not worth it. अगर तुम ग्राइंडिंग में इंटरेस्टेड हो ना, एंड तुम लाइक लिटरली अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ रोज़ गेम खेल रहे हो विदाउट थिंकिंग वे टू मच अबाउट इट, दैन इट इज़ अ गेम वर्थ प्लेइंग आई गेस. बट पर्सनली फॉर मी इट गॉट वेरी बोरिंग रियल सून. अब उसके कुछ फैक्टर्स हो सकते हैं. मे बी द कंपनी आई वॉज प्लेइंग विद वॉज नॉट परफेक्ट फॉर दैट गेम, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो यार. मैंने शुभ के साथ और भी गेम्स खेले हैं, नेवर गॉट एनी इशू विद दोज. I will definitely gonna try it once again in future. Then we'll see. Peak Resident Evil gameplay right here. Ah! एक्चुअली हमने करा था आई थिंक डेक्स्टर भाई और आरटी भाई हम खेल रहे थे, लेकिन फॉर सम रीजन वी डिडंट कंटिन्यू फॉर लाइक वी डोंट नो व्हाई. हम शायद थर्ड वर्ल्ड तक पहुंच गए थे इस गेम के अंदर. हमने जो फर्स्ट स्टार्टिंग ट्यूटोरियल वर्ल्ड था वो कंप्लीट कर लिया था, सेकंड वाला कर लिया था एंड थर्ड पे पहुंच गया था. उसके बाद हमने कंटिन्यू नहीं करा. जस्ट अ मोमेंट. So yeah, actually I would love to play that game again, but कोई है नहीं फिलहाल खेलने वाला. Shub is not interested in playing a co-op game right now, other than Half-Life. So yeah, it is what it is. ये देखो नाम लिया और हाजिर. अरे ये इंसान बहुत जिएगा भाई. मेरे पीसी में चलेगा नहीं प्रॉपर्ली ना मिनटू. लास्ट ईयर ने क्या जादू किया था भाई गेम डेवलपर्स ने, जो ऑप्टिमाइजेशन था मोस्ट पीसी गेम्स का. वाह लाजवाब. तो ये तो अच्छी बात है ना. 2 इज़ मोर ऑफ अ पावर फैंटेसी गेम. आई थिंक आई जस्ट प्रेफर दैट काइंड ऑफ गेम, बट आई एम नॉट सेइंग फर्स्ट वन इज़ बैड. एक्चुअली इट्स क्वाइट फन, बट कोई खेलने वाला साथ में नहीं है. होता है कुछ लोगों को दूसरे को पार्टनर मिल जाते तो पिछले वाले को भूल जाते हैं. कोई बात नहीं, इट्स ह्यूमन नेचर. आई वोंट ब्लेम दैम. भागते हुए यहीं से भागते हुए. बहुत बढ़िया. मेरे में लो में 60 FPS चल रहा था, 1650 सुपर, और एक पोटैटो सेटिंग है भी है. हाँ यार, फिर तुम्हारे लो पे 60 FPS चल रहा दे रहा था तो चल जाएगा. मेरे भी 1660 सुपर है. तुमसे तो बेटर ही है. तुमसे तो बेटर ही है. इधर वे तुमने DLSS या कोई अपस्केलिंग यूज़ करी थी या जस्ट नॉर्मल रेजोल्यूशन पे खेल रहे थे? एक्चुअली मेरा गेम पास एक्सपायर हो गया है आज या कल, सो आई विल हैव टू परचेज द गेम पास इफ आई वांट टू प्ले दैट गेम नाउ. एंशिएंट पाइप. वायलेंस कितना अच्छा गेम था, फालतू में ड्रॉप किया. अरे ओ, ज़्यादा बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी. ठीक है, तुमने ही ड्रॉप करवाया था. पहले तो तुम ही बोल रहे थे ड्रॉप करो ड्रॉप करो. तुम ही कह रहे थे इतने जल्दी गेम ख़त्म नहीं होगा, ये वो. और वो गेम रिपेटिटिव है तो है, उसका मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. आई एम नॉट डूइंग सेम मिशंस every single time for next 25 hours, especially with you guys who don't know. नेट 1650 सुपर, डोंट लाइक FSR, ओके। हाँ तो चल जाएगा मेरे, आई डोंट थिंक इट शुड बी अ प्रॉब्लम। शिट यार, कैंट इवन रिप्लेस इट। अच्छा ये 2 एमओ है ना, कोई बात नहीं, इससे रिप्लेस कर देते हैं। ऐसे एमओ तो भर भर के अपने पास फिलहाल। आई हैव 4090, या श्योर। तो तुम्हारा एक काम करो, जो वो है 16 वाला है ना तुम्हारा 2060, वो मेरे को गिफ्ट कर दो। आई नीड टू परचेज TMP, दैट्स फॉर श्योर। और मुझे ये सारे बॉम्ब्स वॉम्स यूज़ करने दो यार, जगह नहीं है यहाँ पे। हे बैटली, गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। और मर गया कैसे? खैर जो भी हो, मैं गेम को इतना अच्छे से खेल रहा हूँ, मेरी इन्वेंटरी स्पेस नहीं है एमओ रखने के लिए, पूरी भरी पड़ी है। क्या करूँ, कुछ है ही नहीं। कोई बात नहीं, आते वक्त काम आ जाएगी। एंड देयर इज अनदर वन। अब अमीर है, बस इसलिए अमीर बनना है। क्या खाया था? अच्छा, मटर पनीर एंड राइस। नाइस नाइस। चाय मेरे लिए कॉफ़ी बना लेना प्लीज़, आई नीड माई कैफीन इनटेक। चाय मैं पीता नहीं हूँ यार। हाँ गोल्डन एग शायद इसमें भी है, बट मुझे एग्जैक्टली नहीं, एक्चुअली मेरे को ध्यान नहीं है या नहीं। इसमें देखो अपने मल्टीपल टाइप्स के एग है, गोल्डन का मेरे को एग्जैक्टली पता नहीं है। पुलिसिया ऐसा कुछ ही नहीं है, आई जस्ट प्रेफर कॉफ़ी और टी। Haven't tried cold coffee, like not even once. You're missing a lot. You're missing a lot, Devashish. Let me combine it. I don't think ammo के लिए तो जगह है। No, नहीं। Momos worth trying है, but they are like not really good for your health. Like किसी भी टाइप के मोमोज honestly. So don't eat them. यार मैं वो बंदा हूँ जो जल्दी से like फास्ट फूड नहीं खाता। आई डोंट ईट बर्गर्स, आई डोंट ईट मोमोज, आई डोंट ईट एनीथिंग। चाउमीन कुछ भी नहीं खाता मैं। डिस्पाइट एवरीथिंग आई एम गेटिंग फैट बिकॉज जो मेरा जो रेगुलर फूड कंजम्पशन है, इट इज़ नॉट गुड, इट इज़ नॉट हेल्थी। सो इट्स दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग। Yeah, cold coffee is easy to make. Like it's really easy to make. शुभ को खुद को पता नहीं वो क्या खेला गेम सेव कर देना उन्हें लेट्स अनलॉक द अचीवमेंट लेट्स बी डबली श्योर बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू प्ले दिस एंटायर सेक्शन अगेन अरे कोल्ड कॉफ़ी वो वाली नॉर्मल कॉफ़ी को ठंडा करके नहीं पीते मेरे भाई इट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग जस्ट गो टू अ कैफ़े एंड हैव अ गुड कोल्ड कॉफ़ी बट हाँ ऐसे कैफ़े में जाना जहाँ पर अच्छी कोल्ड कॉफ़ी मिलती हो You are dead. हाँ घर में ही बना सकते हो चाहो तो This section was better in remake honestly. This overall section because exploration के लिए तुम्हारे पास बहुत जगह थी and this fight was better in the remake I guess. But it is not bad here either. But it was just a bit better. Yes, I have played the remake. See, this is why I said that it is better in the remake. Because this section थोड़ा frustrating है because of the different obstacles in the lake that are hard to dodge. Just take it. Don't wanna take any chances. Come on. Seriously. Yeah, sure. मर जा. अब देखो बोट लिटरली उसके सामने जा रही है. हाउ कैन आई डॉज इट? That is why I said that this fight overall is much better in the remake. And ये overall session तुम्हें यहाँ पर बहुत like freedom मिलती है remake में explore करने के लिए. So like why I just prefer that. चलो. Oh, forgot. There was a quick time event. This game loves its quick time events, but at least they're fine. Honestly, they're not bad. The thing is, there are some like instant failure quick time events that are not good. Hit ratio 93, total 91. By the way, it is so creepy. Having a parasite inside you. Just go check and just go on the internet and check zombie spiders, and it is so creepy. Like we don't know if we have any kind of parasites who actually can latch on a human, but we have parasites that can latch on some animals. And oof, रोंगटे खड़े कर दे हमारी चीज.
Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, and then I guess I must have lost consciousness.
Lost consciousness? Maybe that has some connection to what the village chief was talking about.
Can't say. But I'm all right now. I'm gonna continue my mission.
इस जनरेशन नहीं कहूँगा. इसके आगे वाले जनरेशन में तो है. It started in late in 5th generation, but 6th generation में more 5th generation more prevalent है ये चीज़ है. Brown color and that kind of thing. They were going for realism, I guess. Anonymous letter. There is an important item hidden in the falls. If you are able to get it, you might be able to get Ashley out of the church. But I'll warn you, the route to the church isn't a walk in the park by any means. They have deployed what's called an El Gigante. So God bless. about what's been going on in your body. If I could help you, I would, but unfortunately, it's beyond my power. यहाँ से पनाए थे. There's nothing here, and there's just only one where we need to go, which this is much more expanded in the remake, and I'm glad, because this section in night is actually quite atmospheric. So yeah, it was very good. Hey Rishi, good evening and welcome to the stream, my guy. How are you? How was your day? How are you feeling? Uh, 20, 21st of March. 21st and 22nd. नहीं, I'm stuck. Please don't tell me I'm stuck here. अच्छा फिर ठीक है. मर्चेंट के सामने उसकी चीज़ चुरा ली मैंने, देख रहे हो. स्टेल्थ.
Got some rare things on sale. What are you buying?
सब वही है.
What are you selling? Is that all, stranger? Thank Thank you.
अभी उठे हो? कितने बजे सोए थे? CS:GO में हाँ. It was 1.2. हाँ. मुझे से TMP परचेज करनी है, बट आई डोंट थिंक आई विल बी एबल टू परचेज इट फॉर नाउ. तो ये वाला सेक्शन कंप्लीट करते हैं. एल काटने से पहले हमें एक मौका मिलेगा इजीली परचेज करने के लिए. सो वी गोना परचेज इट देयर. अब चलो लेट्स कंटिन्यू द गेम. मैंने काउंटर स्ट्राइक वो खेला मैंने, अब मेरे को ध्यान नहीं है. लाइक ओल्ड वर्जन 1.6 खेला है मैंने, एंड वो खेला है मैंने जो सिंगल प्लेयर है, जिसमें सिंगल प्लेयर मिशन है. एग्जैक्टली आई डोंट रिमेंबर व्हाट इट्स नेम. सोर्स. या आई थिंक इट इज काउंटर स्ट्राइक सोर्स. अरे मैं यहाँ पर क्यों आ गया यार? यहाँ पर कुछ नहीं है. मैं गलती से आ गया यहाँ पर, उस साइड ही था. मेरा काउंटर स्ट्राइक का प्रॉपर एक्सपीरियंस मेरा वही है, काउंटर स्ट्राइक सोर्स ही है. लाइक आई हैवंट प्लेड मल्टीप्लेयर. CSGO भी नहीं खेला मैंने कभी. आई एम नॉट रियली इंटरेस्टेड इन इट फॉर ऑब्वियस रीजन. इट इज़ लाइक such an hectic and competitive game. It's not for me. TDM खेला मैंने बस. नहीं यार, competitive games are not for me. Like I used to play some MOBAs and nahi, otherwise I haven't really played any competitive game. Look at that rain effect. And this game was released in 2004 or 5, 2005 I guess. Look at that rain effect. Same with MGS2. Such an advanced game for its generation, and it was like one of the early PS2 games. अरे मर जा, कितनी गोली खाएगा. एक दिन में एकाओ में भी मेरा उससे ज़्यादा गेम अटेंशन स्पैन रहता नहीं. काफ़ी कम है 1 आवर तो यार. 1 आवर इज़ नथिंग प्रीटी मच. इफ़ आई प्ले गेम्स ओवर एन आवर बहुत गिल्टी फील होता है. इट्स फाइन. एग्ज़ाम खत्म कर लो, उसके बाद खेल लेना आई गेस. छोड़ यार. I'm gonna snipe them. इस साल कंपनी वाले जान ले लेते हैं आजकल मेरी फ़ोन पर करके. एग्ज़ाम्स तो अब बोर्ड से हुआ. CET हैं अप्रैल तक एंड देन उसके बाद और एग्ज़ाम्स मई तक. हाँ वो भी ठीक है. तुम्हारे एग्ज़ाम क्या कंटिन्यूसली चल रहे हैं अभी यार. दिक्कत ये है. कोई बात नहीं, सबसे फ्री हो जाओ एक बार फिर खेल लेना आराम से. मैं तभी देखो तुमने अभी तक कंप्लीट कैसे नहीं करा गार्डन, बिकॉज उतना लंबा तो गेम है भी नहीं वो. गेम पास भी खत्म हो गया. ओके, या अंडरस्टैंडेबल. तो अभी कोई इरादा तुम्हारा गेम पास परचेस करने का वापस? तो क्या हो गया बहुत खाने से तुम्हारी अभी यार? तुम्हारे लाइक ग्रोथ पीरियड चल रहा है, ऑफ कोर्स तुम ज़्यादा खाओगे, यही तो टाइम है ग्रोथ का. यू नीड अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ फूड, इट्स नॉर्मल. Look at the guy with the glasses. दूर 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 दूर. हमारे घर के पास एक 7-Eleven खुल रहा है इंडिया में. 7-Eleven, क्या बात है. Yes, I have purchased the treasure map. But then again, I have played this game like so much, I mostly remember where most of the treasure is. But still, always keep it handy.
I've obtained
मुंबई में
an
फर्स्ट
object that
खुला. ओके.
resembles a cult group's insignia.
वेस्टर्न स्टोर है एक. वेस्टर्न स्टोर चेन है 7-Eleven. मॉर्निंग में 7 AM से 11 तक. नहीं नहीं, जापानीज नहीं है, इट्स एक्चुअली वेस्टर्न, इट्स अमेरिकन आई थिंक. जापानीज तो वो है डॉन क्यूटे. डन 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 की होते whatever it is. Sell the Punisher and buy Red 9 because Red 9 is the... Yeah, I know about that. I have played the game, my guy, like multiple times. Me, but with Resident Evil knowledge. Yeah, I guess. should probably purchase it before the boss fight, but I don't have any space for TMP. Let's just use all our grenades in the boss fight, then we're gonna purchase it, I guess. We need a bigger case as well. हाँ कन्वीनियंस स्टोर pretty much सब कुछ मिलता है वहाँ पर pretty much. काफ़ी बड़ी फूड चेन है, फूड चेन के सॉरी कन्वीनियंस स्टोर्स की चेन है बहुत बड़ी. But I guess since it's opening in India, we're most likely gonna see a lot of Indian food as well. Mini D-Mart, pretty much. Just much better, much better than it, honestly.
Rápido, rápido, rápido. Usa los músculos. Rápido, apúrense. Por aquí. Rápido, rápido. Por aquí, por aquí. Ay, se vuelve loco. Mierda.
हाँ डीमार्ट तुम्हारा ही तो है. श्योर श्योर फ्लिक श्योर. देखते हैं पहले खुलने दो विल से. मे बी इट्स गुड. जान बे. That was close. Here comes Yui.
Hey, it's that dog.
इसके पीछे क्या लटक रहा है? पैरासाइट है. हाँ अगर तुम्हारा दिमाग फिलहाल गटर में है तो तुम तो बहुत कुछ सोच लोगे, वो बात अलग है. So no comments honestly. Dragon's Dogma में Cyclops है मेरे भाई. This is an El Gigante. I'm gonna no hit this bitch. Say cheese. And here comes the shot. No hit. विचर में एक्चुअली जो मॉन्स्टर्स हैं दे आर मोस्टली इंस्पायर्ड बाय सेल्विक folklore, Slavic folklore. Yeah, that is how you pronounce it. I just wish someday I will get an opportunity to make such game जहाँ पर मैं अपने जो हिंदू mythology है and जो भी other sorry not mythology, just don't get offended. मैं जानता हूँ तुम लोग बहुत जल्दी offend होते हो. I just call it that way. Hindu history, Hindu dharm. Let's just say it. जो भी like creatures हैं different in Vedas and that kind of thing. I would love to make a game where we see all of those in it, where we fight them basically. It would be such a cool thing, honestly. If I make a game, सबसे goofiest game होगा. क्या concept होगा बताओ? Give us a hint. नहीं नो हिट नहीं कर रहा, जस्ट मुझे आदत पड़ी हुई है गेम खेलने की, दैट्स इट. लाइक डिस्पाइट प्लेइंग इट आफ्टर मे बी 2 to 3 years, I'm still like reflexes. Basically know how the enemy AI works and how to abuse it. Especially on normal difficulty, it's not that difficult. Even Raven type boss fight बना, रावण type, okay, not रावण but थोड़ा बहुत हाँ इंस्पायर होके बनाऊंगा बेसिकली. मैं वही प्लान है मेरा, अगर मुझे कभी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली तो to make a triple game. The combat will be inspired by Dragon's Dogma and Dark Souls, and the overall creature design, the overall story and plot and the world will be inspired by Hindu gods, हिंदू धर्म. बिकॉज डायरेक्ट तो बना लिया तो लोग मेरी ले लेंगे ढंग से. हमारे भगवानों पे गेम कैसे बनाया बे, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. बट इट्स जस्ट कि द गेम विल हैव नो सीरियसनेस इन इट्स गेम प्ले. कुछ भी रैंडम एक्टिविटीज, कॉम्बैट भी एकदम गूफी सा, इवन goofier than like a dragon. क्योंकि मेरा आइडिया अच्छा ओके. बट स्टिल लाइक if you get opportunity to make a game, what kind of game will you make? What kind of gameplay you're gonna use for it, that kind of thing. तुम बताओ, सब बताओ, तुम सब में सबसे बताओ. अभी बुक कर देता हूँ. We still don't have that much space, huh? We'll have to adjust some things. ठीक है. Okay. इतना स्पेस तो काफ़ी है यार फिलहाल.
Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger.
मैं कहाँ भूल रहा हूँ. मैं जब कितना बड़ा इंसान बन जाऊँ, यूट्यूब चैनल तो यही रहेगा मेरा. ये थोड़ा चेंज कर रहा हूँ मैं.
Is that
आते रहना, बात करते रहना, और तो क्या.
is that all?
ठीक है. अब चीज़ ये है गेम के अंदर ये एक सिंगल प्रॉपर SMG है, सो हम जस्ट गोना अपग्रेड इट.
Thank you. What are you buying?
बिकॉज बाकी गन्स अपग्रेड करना वर्थ इट नहीं है, बिकॉज विल गेट मच बेटर वर्जन ऑफ दीज इन अ बिट, बट गेम में एक ही SMG है प्रॉपर, सो विच इज इन अपग्रेड इट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कैपेसिटी,
Is that
रीलोड स्पीड, फायर पावर,
Thank you.
fully upgraded so far. With my limited experience, मुझे बस beat 'em ups and turn based combat ही पता है. I'll add some of the beat 'em up elements like charge attacks, but rest will be fictional and imaginary. For example, an example of a weapon जो मैंने सोचा है, frozen पनीर blocks, जिसको एक बेसबॉल बैट से मार के एनिमीज को डैमेज दूंगा. How about a cricket bat, since we're talking about India here? Make Metroidvania Souls-like type or linear story action adventure. Okay. Yeah, I personally just prefer like if I get a like good budget, I will make a game. I will make an open world game with a small but densely packed open world with a lot of things to do in it and a lot to discover. उसके अलावा अगर if I'm gonna make a linear game, then I'm probably gonna make something like Devil May Cry, hack and slash, set in Hindu pantheon of gods, inspired by Hindu pantheon of gods, basically. Because I have a lot of ideas for weapons and how they're gonna work in that kind of game. So like I know what kind of weapons I want in a hack and slash or a action adventure game. I have all of those things in my mind, and I think I have a pretty good idea how I'm gonna use those weapons in a game. Since I've been playing these kind of games ever since my childhood, Devil May Cry 3, 4, 5, Resident Evil games, Dragon's Dogma. So I have a pretty good idea how a melee combat will work and what kind of weapons would be fun to play. Worth it तो नहीं है, because we have pretty much destroyed them, but still. नहीं शिट, गलत टाइम पे, बहुत गलत टाइम पे. Garbage. I don't like open worlds that much. I like small games with good gameplay, small but dense. See, that is why I said an open world game, but with densely that will be strong, small but densely packed with content, with meaningful content. And for like, अगर मैं content reuse करने जाऊँगा ना, then I will use it smartly for a dungeon that will be smartly designed with various enemies in it. I think I just got hit once in this entire run so far. मतलब today's run, not overall. और 2 बार हो गया अभी तक. I don't remember. I'll include my town with the डिटेल. इधर बहुत सारे abandoned buildings हैं which can be used as dungeon. Actually homeless people and dogs live there. Solo game बना रहे यार, मैं बना नहीं रहा. It's like a proof of, I have some proof of concepts in my mind what kind of game I want. Like I have been doing that designing thing ever since I was a kid. Like I have a pretty similar story regarding the game I want to make, same as Itsuno. Itsuno wanted to make his dream game ever since he was a kid, and I have that kind of idea what kind of game I want to make as a kid. So yeah, that's why I'm so happy for him with the Dragon's Dogma 2. He's finally gonna fulfill his childhood dream to make that game, which he kind of did in 2012 with Dragon's Dogma 1, but it was not completely fulfilled. And that is why I'm so excited for that game, because voice of a game need is much more than that. For a guy, it's his dream that he's finally gonna complete to its fullest potential. And I'm interested in seeing that potential because I loved that first game, and I'm sure I'm gonna adore the sequel. And as a guy who loves combat, especially sword-based and melee-based combat in a game, Itsuno is a genius. He knows how to make the combat feel good, like real good. He's a director of Devil May Cry games. He has directed the best DMC games. He has directed DMC 3, 4, 5. He has made some of the classic Capcom games, like some of the Street Fighter games, Power Stone. So he has a pretty good pedigree on how to make a good fighting melee-based game with good impact, with good animation, and that kind of thing. Yes, he has a team behind him, which are quite experienced, and and it's a team effort. But as a director, he knows how to direct a game, especially a game like that. से मैं एक याकुजा की एक चीज़ बताता हूँ, हाउ दे कैन इम्प्रूव द कॉम्बैट विदाउट चेंजिंग मच. use that heavy attack button in your combos more properly. Like kuch characters are like Kiryu who uses that those like that particular button for combat finishes, but there can be done so much with it. Same with that circle button with the grab attacks, there can be done so much with it. You can improve Yakuza combat in a lot of ways, but I don't think RGG wanna do it much. I don't think they wanna do that much experimentation with it, because it is very good as it is, but it can be improved like quite a lot. Also, the overall weapon based combat can easily be improved. We can have like proper move sets for those weapons. And एक चीज़ बताऊँ Yakuza games की एक कमी है ये. We have like those weapons ever since the first game, but most of them are not really useful. कुछ weapons हैं जिनकी proper combos है, but you will have to learn them. But there are so many weapons that are just pretty much useless, and you can have like entire move sets for them. Not saying just make them at once. You could have made a complete move set for a single weapon in each game, but they never did that, so it's quite strange. It could have been a like very good layer to their overall combat, but they never did that, I guess. Basically completely passive class hai. It is a supportive class, so it will be like fun to play. How much goofy shit people gonna do with that class. I'm personally looking forward to Mystic Spearhand the most, because it feels like such a fun class to play. It's basically a mix between Virgil and another thing I forgot about. So it's like a very anime-esque class, but with a very fun moveset. And Warfare overall is basically a hybrid class with multiple classes in one. Yeah, grab and then go on another melee combat mode, and you can easily improve the grab mechanics of Yakuza games. We can have multi grabs, like for example, let's just say Tekken from King from Tekken. We can go multi-grab combos in that. Use that single grab button for combos in grapple. Go with combos in grab attacks. There are many ways you can improve the combat. शिनादा लाइक बट मूव सेट काफ़ी लिमिटेड थे ना. मैं बात करता हूँ टॉनफू अपने टॉनफाज हैं अपने नंचक्स हैं उनके मूव सेट है बट दे आर स्टिल क्वाइट लिमिटेड ऑनेस्टली. यू कैन ईजिली improve on them. Let's do this puzzle. Let me see it first. Now, Dragon's Dogma is not a co-op game. Sequel भी नहीं है. Instead of co-op, you have pawn system, which is so damn unique. Basically, you can create your own companion, जिसमें तुम उसका सब कुछ customize कर सकते हो to your own, according to yourself. तुम उसे pretty much create करते हो just like your own character. You choose what kind of classes he's gonna use. You choose how he's gonna act in the gameplay. एंड एवरीथिंग प्रीटी मच. जैसे तुम खेलते हो वैसे तुम्हारा पॉन अडेप्ट करके गेम प्ले में खेलेगा. एंड अगर जो अदर प्लेयर्स है तो तुम्हारे पॉन को हायर करते हैं अपने गेम प्ले के लिए, दे विल एक्ट लाइक यू, जस्ट लाइक हाउ यू एक्ट इन योर गेम प्ले. अगर तुम उसे ऑफेंसिव बनाते हो सो इज़ गोना बिकम ऑफेंसिव. अगर तुम उसे सपोर्टिव बनाते हो इज़ गोना बी सपोर्टिव. Pawn system is one of the best thing in gaming industry, but it's a shame that no other developer has ever used it. Most likely because of how much time you will have to spend into making it. That Dragon's Dogma is the only game that has that system, and it is as revolutionary, if not more, than the Nemesis system from Shadow of War games, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War. And yes, I would make a combat style inspired from Rush. I like the fast-paced combat and would suit the character. Yeah, I also prefer overall fast-paced combat. Have you played In My Shadow game? No, I have not. I am hearing about it for the first time. Add more moves. And add a rage mode in Yakuza games that will change your move set. Yakuza 5 had the right idea, but they dropped it after it. But it can be done so much with that specific thing. You can literally change your moveset, but more in depth compared to Yakuza 5, and overall much more useful, honestly. That system in Yakuza 5 was so cool, and it could have been done so much more with it, but RGG dropped it for some reason, and I will never understand it. I'm not.
Take it easy.
No! Get away!
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leon. I'm under the President's order to rescue you.
What? My father?
That's right.
People say Ashley is annoying because of her voice. I personally never found her annoying. She might just be the most
It's Leon. I've succeeded in extra
useful
Good work.
escort
Leon. I'll put the truck over right
companion.
away.
Where's the extraction point?
There's another trail that you can take to get out of the village. The chopper will pick you up beyond there.
Got it. I'm on my way.
You will not make the character invincible, but they should be they should not get dropped down while using that mode specifically. In My Shadow is an indie game developed by Indian developer और उसकी गेम डिज़ाइन बहुत सही है. एक बार देखना आप किस तरह का गेम है, what kind of gameplay it has. That's a follow and wait का है, ठीक है. That is all I need to know. Like Ashley might just be the best escort companion out there. She does what you say to her. If you'll say she'll wait, if you say Ashley wait, she'll wait. If you say go hide there, she will hide, and she won't come between your shots, between your enemies. She will duck if she's in the way. She will go behind you. I don't know why people hate her so much, even in the original. Yes, I know that remake has fixed her and improved her character overall, gave her more depth, which I appreciate, but she's not even annoying in the original, to me at least. People are just like, I think people in West are just so easy to annoy. They are a bit sensitive regarding this thing. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? उसे बेसिकली ऑब्जेक्ट की शैडो बना के उन शैडोज़ में प्लेटफॉर्म करनी होती है. वेर यूनिक सिस्टम नेवर सीन इन एनी गेम. फीलिंग प्राउड. आई थिंक आई माइट हैव वॉच्ड दैट गेम समवेयर. वो कभी गेम अवार्ड या किसी अदर इवेंट में शोकेस हुआ था क्या? बिकॉज इट साउंड्स familiar, whatever we call it. See, just like this, वो तुम्हारे basically पीछे आ जाएगी, so the knife won't hit her, and she will duck if she is in front of the enemies and that kind of thing. Let's combine. Like rage mode would rely on heavy attacks, and the enemies will drop easily in the rage mode, that kind of thing. There are a lot of ways to improve that that particular aspect of Yakuza 5's combat, but they never tried, honestly. I don't know why. यार मेरा टीसी गुम गया लग रहा है. गुड इवनिंग सिंफुल एंड वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम. व्हाट इज टीसी? अच्छा, स्कूल की टीसी ऐसे तो होंडा घूमती है, और अगर घूम गई तो जाकर स्कूल में चल जाओ, वो तुम्हारा निकाल के दे देंगे वैसे भी. या इट ऑल्सो वॉन सम अवार्ड्स. ऑल्सो इट्स चीप ऑन स्टीम. 320 ऑन नॉर्मल एंड 80 ऑन सेल. आई विल परचेज इट. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. अगर घूम भी गई ना, जस्ट गो टू योर स्कूल एंड आस्क देम, दे विल गिव यू अ कॉपी.
I'll take the girl. Who are you? If you must know, my name is Osman Sadler, the master of this fine religious community. To demonstrate to the whole world.
जब मेरे बाल तो आ गए, डेंसिटी भी पहले से अच्छी हो गई, because I've been using a hair oil for it. बट मुझे ना एक बार थोड़े लंबे होने के बाद स्टाइल करवाना पड़ेगा. They look so flat from every angle. Though I at least I don't look bad in short hairs or bald, and I'm used to it now.
I think they shot something in my neck.
What did you do to her? We just planted her a little gift. Oh, there's going to be one hell of a party when she returns home to her loving father. But before that, I thought I might bargain with the president for some donation. Believe it or not, it takes quite a lot of money to keep this church up and running.
Sadler is such a not even Resident Evil 4. The original is such a cheesy game. It has such a cheesy plot, but I love it for it. Most people love it for it. And the remake did a pretty good job making a balance between the cheesy tone and overall story. It does a pretty good job in that.
When the eggs hatch, you will become my puppets. Involuntarily, you'll do as I say. I'll have total control over your minds.
In the combat's physics, let's be honest here, the Dragon Engine physics, that crazy wacky physics, is a good thing to have in your game. It can be a mix of both. See, जब भी मैं अगर कोई story लिखने जाऊँगा ना, तो it will be much focused on the character instead of the overall plot.
We got into this mess. We can get out of it.
The game will have a good overall lore and world. The story will be simple, but it will mostly focus on the character. That is what I prefer. Lore अच्छा हो. We explore the lore of the world in the game. And the overall plot is simple. It's not way too complicated and that kind of thing, but the characters are interesting. That's what I prefer, personally. Yakuza games ka plot, most games ka plot, it's not good. They need to have suspension of disbelief for most of them. Like seriously. But the characters, really good and well written. That's why I love the story and overall plot of those games. Not because of the story itself, but for the characters. As I talked about this thing before. It's like I want the character to change as a person throughout the game. Yeah, that is like a very good way to do that. Follow the 12 stages of the journey of hero. The 12 stages one. Use that for as an example. यहाँ पर अभी काम नहीं है यार मे बी लेट इट बी जितनी भी करी थी उससे तो मिली गई don't have storage for this huh?
Welcome. Got some rare things on sale. What are you buying?
Nice. Favorite night. Good.
What are you selling? Thank you. What are you buying?
Now this is my favorite weapon in this game. It has the best damage overall in handgun and the accuracy is damn good.
A choice of an avid gun collector. It's a nice gun, stranger.
I need the storage though. ये इन लोगों ने गाने चालू कर दिए and I'm sure my stream will get some copyrights. स्टॉक के लिए भी स्टोरेज चाहिए. I should probably sell some grenades, लेकिन they are useful. Hey Ushikage, welcome back to the stream.
Thank you. Is that all?
3 चाहिए ना? Okay, you can adjust that much. You can adjust that much. Let's sell 1 grenade and adjust it.
What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying? Is that?
बस अब हो गया. We need a better case though. We need a bigger attaché case. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Next वाले section में मिलेगा game के. So we're gonna get it.
What are you buying? Is that all? Thank you. Thank you. Come back anytime.
क्यों क्या हो गया ऐसा? देखो मैं पर्सनली फुटबॉल मैं जनरली स्पोर्ट्स में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हूँ, सो आई डोंट हैव एनी नॉलेज, बट इफ यू वांट टू शेयर इट यू कैन. बज रहे हैं. इतनी गंदी खेल रहा है मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड. ओके, कोई लीग चल रही है करंटली? Just a moment. 10 साल से नहीं जीता एक बार भी. That is a very low number, honestly, if you ask me.
Ahí está.
Just a moment. मैंने इतने गेम्स खेले नहीं है एटलीस्ट के सो फार, बट आई विल से कैथरीन वाज वेरी गुड. कैथरीन वाज अ वेरी वेरी गुड puzzle platformer with a very good story that I can relate to, honestly. Like, not exactly, but I can kind of relate to it because it's all about relationship, and I've been through a few, so that kind of thing. Catherine is a good game, by the way. अगर तुम्हें if you're interested in a good relationship story and a good puzzle game that is like very addictive, go for it. Very good game. तो मैंने एटलीस्ट का वही खेला, आई थिंक, एक गेम. आई हैव नॉट प्लेड एनी पर्सोना गेम्स, एनी शिन मेगामी टेंसेई गेम्स. पर्सोना 4 खेली. ओके, कौन से? अभी जो रिसेंटली रिलीज हुआ था, रिलोडेड वर्जन या फिर कोई दूसरा? क्लास बचाओ, बोला जस्ट गेट इट एज वेल. कोटोर की तरह वो भी होल्ड पर है. ओके यार, ऐसे गेम पता है होल्ड पे मत रखा करो. जब अगर तुम खेल लो ना बिग आरपीजीज खेल लो, यू शुड प्रॉब्ली प्ले देम एट वंस, इन माई पर्सनल ओपिनियन. ऐसे गेम्स होल्ड पे डालने वाले नहीं. बच गया.
¡Un forastero!
पीछे चला गया यार. Hey Afflix, welcome back. By the way Afflix, तुम कौन सा गेम खेल रहे हो फिलहाल? अरे बच गया फिर से. लिटरली उस पर खड़ा था मैं. Ashley, go in the dumpster. Where you belong. अच्छा तुम कमेंट नहीं करते ना कुछ यार. 4-5 days. अच्छा ना पर्सोना 4 का गोल्डन आया है विच वाज लाइक अ रीमास्टर्ड वर्जन ऑफ दैट गेम एंड पर्सोना 3 का रिलोडेड आया है. यस Sarah and the third party. The whereabouts of Sarah are still unknown. Most likely he's using an old secret passage taught to him by his grandfather who used to hunt in this region long ago. I'm pretty certain that he's hiding or property somewhere in the forest. If his grandfather was still alive, I would have used him to find Sarah. But how did he find out about the egg injected into his body? And the fact that he was able to remove it before it hatched is concerning. And the factor that concerns me is that Sarah escaped with our property just before the American agent arrived. I don't believe that was just a coincidence. There has to be another player involved in this. In order to settle this whole situation, we have to capture Sarah and wait for the effect of the drug to wear off before we inject him with another egg. Once this is done, whoever is behind all of this will surface. Nobody shall interfere with our plans. Those who do shall suffer severe consequences. Yes, Persona 5 Royal है, Persona 4 Golden है, and Persona 3 Reloaded है, which is the remake of the third game. Yeah, Persona 5 Royal is the best way to play Persona 5. Persona 4 is a bit more complicated because it has multiple versions, but Golden is currently the most accessible way to play it. Persona 3 Reloaded is now the best way to play that game, but there are some content that was not present in this release. जो Persona 3 के अपडेटेड वर्जन में थी, PSP वर्जन में, Persona 3 Fez, I think that's the name. So जो वो content है, I think it might be available as a DLC. So after that, this will be the most definitive way to play Persona 3 overall, because it will have the most content out of everything and the most complete package, including everything. And Persona 1 and 2 खेलने का currently कोई proper way नहीं है. Just play the PSP version or play the original PS1 games with fan translation, because the original version is not good. The officially translated version of those games is not good. वैरायटी ने एक ही खेला यार अभी तक. हाँ पर्सोना 4 का तो गोल्डन ही है जहाँ तक मुझे ध्यान है, बट करंटली पर्सोना का 3 का कोई बेस्ट वर्जन नहीं है, द मोस्ट डिफिनेटिव वर्जन नहीं है, because of the added content that was released in Persona 3 FAS, the PSP version, which might be added in Persona 3 Loaded, as I said before, as DLC. So then it will be the most definitive way to play it. बच गया, बच गया. पर्सनल 3 में फीमेल प्रोटैगनिस्ट नहीं है, अब मुझे उसका ध्यान नहीं है यार, फीमेल और मेल प्रोटैगनिस्ट वाला मुझे ध्यान नहीं है, जो भी कैनन है वो खेल लो, अब मुझे पता नहीं कैनन कौन सा, समथिंग यू विल हैव टू डिसाइड योरसेल्फ. भाई मैंने इनमें से कोई सा भी गेम खेला नहीं है, बट नॉलेज है इनके बारे में. ओके सॉरी, आई एम सॉरी, मेरी गलती में पास आ गया. नहीं यार, नॉट दिस वन. पर्सोना 1 आफ्टर डॉगमा नहीं, डार्क सोल्स रीमास्टर्ड आफ्टर डॉगमा मोस्ट लाइकली. मुझे जिस गेम पे वीडियो बनाना है, मैंने उसका पहला प्ले थ्रू लिटरली 1 से 1.5 साल पहले करा था, उसकी फुटेज मेरे पास पड़ी है, सो आई नीड टू मेक अ वीडियो ऑन इट, सो आई विल प्रॉब्ली प्ले दैट. एंड मुझे रुको, मुझे थोड़ा टाइम दो, मैं थोड़ा बिजी चल रहा हूँ, मुझे ऑलरेडी एक वीडियो बनाना है डॉगमा 2 की रिलीज से पहले, डॉगमा 1 के ऊपर. आई शुड प्रॉब्ली वर्क ऑन दैट. उसके बाद डॉगमा 2 को ख़त्म करने के बाद, उस पर वीडियो बनाने के बाद, आई एम प्रॉब्ली गोना मेक वीडियोज़ ऑन ऑलरेडी लाइक जो मेरे कंटेंट पड़ा है बचा हुआ इस पर वीडियो बनाने, विच विल बी याकुज़ा 0, किवामी और बैटमैन आर्कम. उसके बाद मैं सोचूंगा कुछ वीडियो बनाने की, मेरे पास ऑलरेडी बहुत लाइक कंटेंट है बैकलॉग में, और मेरे को ये वीडियो निकालने में बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा बिकॉज ऑफ द अदर चैनल. और अब तो मैं मोस्ट लाइकली होपफुली एक पॉडकास्ट में जुड़ चुका हूँ, सो टाइम है भाई, टाइम बहुत कम है मेरी लाइफ में. एक तो मेरे कोर्स में करंटली 2 क्लासेस चल रही है, तो आई शुड प्रॉब्ली लर्न 1 सॉफ्टवेयर एट वंस, ताकि मुझे थोड़ा बहुत टाइम तो मिले सब सीखने का एंड ये यूज़ करने का. करंटली मेरे 2 सॉफ्टवेयर चल रहे हैं, दोनों खत्म होने वाले, उसके बाद मैं सिर्फ एक ही क्लास स्टार्ट कंटिन्यूस रखूँगा, ताकि मेरे को थोड़ा टाइम तो मिले बाकी चीज़ें करने का. करंटली बिकॉज मुझे कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा. सही है, इन लोगों पे कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता इसका. रेसिस्ट गेम. That animation. Oh, Resident Evil 4, I love you. Come on, Ashley. Hurry up. स्पेसिफिकेशन तुम्हारा 1650 है ना? आई डोंट नो यार, कैंट से ऑनेस्टली मेरे पीसी में हो सकता है लोएस्ट सेटिंग पे चल जाए. पर्सनलाइजेशन ये रहेगा. अभी उसका डेमो आ जाएगा नेक्स्ट वीक तक, इस वीक के एंड तक. सो जस्ट वेट फॉर इट. यू कैन चेक इट योर सेल्फ. मैं खुद उसका वेट कर रहा हूँ ताकि मैं चेक कर पाऊँ उस गेम को मैं स्ट्रीम कर पाऊँगा या नहीं कर पाऊँगा. सो या दैट्स द थिंग. हाँ वही योशिका के वही तुम लोगों ने रिकमेंड किया था क्या मुझे वहाँ पर? क्योंकि तुम मुझे पता भी नहीं तुम लोग उस पॉडकास्ट को जानते थे या नहीं. सो सिद्धार्थ ने मुझे बताया कि कुछ लोगों ने रिकमेंड किया था. सो या आई एम देयर आई गेस. हाँ मुझे पता है 1650 सुपर है तुम्हारा. हम दोनों के लाइक पीसी में इतना ज़्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं है. बट स्टिल आई विल पर्सनली सजेस्ट यू टू वेट फॉर द डेमो एंड चेक इट योरसेल्फ. डेमो में तुम्हें प्रॉपर्ली पता चल जाएगा किस तरह का कैसे चलेगा गेम ओवरऑल.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things. What are you selling?
I don't think you have anything else. Just give me the money.
Is that all? Thank you. Ah. Thank you. Come back anytime.
खेल सकते डॉगमा 1 बट सजेस्ट करूँगा. It is not a perfect game. It has a lot of flaws. So
Leon,
keep your
I have some
expectations in
bad
check.
news.
But हाँ अगर गेम प्ले की कह रहे हो,
Well, I'm afraid
if you're
I have
only
to tell you anyway.
interested in
We've
the
lost
gameplay,
contact
then
with the chopper. Someone must have shot it
it's
down,
great.
though we can't determine who.
starts a bit slow though.
We're prepping another
That is
job.
like the biggest flaw of that game.
Meanwhile, I want you to head towards the extraction point.
Not the the biggest one that is that you know जो लोगों को रोकता है उसे खींचने के लिए. It starts a bit slow. Something Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to fix because जो इंट्रो सेक्शन है गेम का वो काफ़ी शॉर्ट लग रहा है सो फार, जहाँ तक सुनने में आया. Yeah, the game does not really focus that much on story, so don't worry about that. The story is actually very simple and not very well told up until the last few segment of the game, so don't worry about the story.
World, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter
With ballistics too.
How
This
rude.
line was
How do
cut
I
in the
have any
remake, I guess.
relevance with my figure and my standing? Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know.
Don't worry. She's cool.
Never mind. There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Look,
Ashley, upstairs.
Okay, it's game time.
भाई गेम टाइम क्या है, यहाँ से हटे. I don't think I have any space. Yeah. यहाँ पर TMP काम है कि सबसे ज़्यादा.
this. Man, this never ends. Use this.
ईशान और शुभ ने भी किया था. They say you are the best YouTuber for just a moment here. Let me finish this segment. Then I'm gonna read the chat.
Are you okay?
ईशान और शुभ ने भी किया था. दे से दैट यू आर द बेस्ट यूट्यूबर. फिर गेम डॉट भाई ने पूछा कोई यूट्यूबर सजेस्ट करो. फिर मैंने आपका नाम लिया था. ओके. दिस इज़ वाई आई लाइक ऑलवेज सेव रिसोर्सेज इन दिस गेम्स.
Guys, go on ahead.
जो ये वाली फाइट्स है ना, बेसिकली जो तुम्हारे रिसोर्सेज करेक्ट हुए ना सो फार गेम में, उन्हें वेस्ट करने के लिए यही है. सो द नेक्स्ट लेवल्स वोंट बी दैट इजी फॉर यू. सो दैट इज़ हाउ आई प्ले दीज गेम्स. Always save resources when you can, and इसका easiest way ये है कि just do an headshot, a knee shot, or a shot that staggers the enemy, then do a melee attack. उसके बाद knife them. Best way to save your resources in this game. उसके बाद ऐसे sections hard नहीं रहते बिल्कुल भी, because you have so much resources. I still have more than 50% of my ammos and things like that. So like अगर ये और continue होता even for 10 more minutes, I would have completed it easily. By the way, thank you all of you for suggesting me to for the podcast. By the way, Shubh, welcome back to the stream with your proper account. Now let's adjust our resources a bit. And we need a bigger attacher case, that's for sure. FF का नाम वैसे भी नहीं लूँगा मैं. जब FF7 रीमेक ने ही नहीं जीता तो दूसरा कैसे जीतेगा. मैं तुम्हें एक पैटर्न बताता हूँ गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री का. अगर कोई गेम आता है दैट रेवोल्यूशनराइज द ओवरऑल जॉनरा एंड अ वीडियो गेम सीरीज दैट हैज़ अ वेरी हाई चांस टू विन अ गोटी. एग्जाम्पल दूँ, God of War versus RDR2. RDR2 could have won Game of the Year, but God of War basically revitalized their entire series and changed the gameplay of the entire series and genre pretty much. So God of War won that award. Breath of the Wild versus many other games. Breath of the Wild was one of the best open world game out there, and it changed the entire gameplay philosophy of Zelda games. That game won Game of the Year. Sekiro, an entirely new genre for From Software, and one of the most unique and new gameplay system. Sekiro won the Game of the Year award. Elden Ring, easily the most densely packed and well-designed open-world game with some new added systems, but it was a revolution in Souls genre because it was the first proper open-world game in Souls like games. It won Game of the Year award. Final Fantasy, why Final Fantasy won't won Game of the Year, at least from my personal perspective. अगर जीतना होता ना तो रीमेक 1 जीत चुका होता. Rebirth does not have that many chances to win that despite how great of a game it is, because it is basically built upon the foundation of FF7 remake. I would personally love Dogma 2 to win it, but I think it is a bit of a niche game, a bit too niche, so I don't think it will win. It should win the best RPG maybe, but अगर जो अपने शैडो ऑफ अर्ट्री को ये बेस्ट DLC वाली कैटेगरी में रखते हैं, just like they did with Blood and Wine, then Shadow of Eartree might win it, but we'll see. But हाँ, it should at least win best RPG of the year. At least it deserves that much. Action game and other genre, like year अभी start हुआ, we can't say. But so far we have so many great games. इस बार RPG का तो बहुत like तगड़ा competition रहेगा. We have Shadow of the Eartree, ठीक है. We have Dragon's Dogma 2. We have Persona 3 Reloaded, even though it won't win it, but it will get a nomination, that's for sure. उसके अलावा आपने Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It is the best Yakuza game it is the best game in the series so far and one of the best RPG out there. So 4 game तो अभी हो गए starting में, like first half में year के. अब बाकी तो बाद में देखते हैं, और भी of course release होंगे इस साल. किसकी बात करें, गेम ऑफ द ईयर की? अभी कुछ कह नहीं सकते, अभी 2 महीने हुए हैं ईयर को स्टार्ट हुए हैं, अभी बहुत लंबा है. आई एम श्योर अभी इस साल अभी ऐसे कई गेम अनाउंस होने हैं जो सरप्राइज होंगे कई लोगों के लिए. सो नाउ वी कैंट बी श्योर अबाउट दैट, बट सो फार जो है नॉमिनेशंस उसमें से देखते हैं. गेम ऑफ द ईयर का भी कंफर्म नहीं है क्या क्या नॉमिनेशन हो सकते हैं. Nintendo don't have any like that huge of a game this year, so Nintendo I don't think will see a game that will be nominated for GOTY. इसके अलावा अभी करंट GOTY nominations हैं हमारे पास, which are Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, for sure it will get nominated at least. We have Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, if they don't snob this series once again like they're doing for so many awards. और कौन से गेम रिलीज हुए इस साल so far that deserve a nomination in GOTY? मुझे याद नहीं है, इसलिए याद दिलाओ मुझे. Lazo P was snubbed last year. It didn't win anything, जहाँ तो मुझे ध्यान है. Silksong का we can't say. We don't have any confirmation. Just don't have any expectations regarding that. Last year, Baldur's Gate 3, easily one of the best CRPG made out there, and it was a revolution in the series because it added so much for its story and gameplay, and people loved it. It might just be the most mainstream CRPG out there in many years. So yeah, of course, Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year last year. Hades 2 early access में आएगा, so I don't think it will count. बाकी बताओ मुझे अभी तक कौन कौन से गेम रिलीज हो चुके. सुसाइड स्क्वाड गेम ऑफ द ईयर. वो गेम जीतना चाहिए, अदरवाइज नहीं जीता ना. सब सेट है, सब ने पैसे खाए हैं. सुसाइड स्क्वाड नहीं जीता तो. हेलब्लेड 2 कैन से इट माइट विन बेस्ट स्टोरी एंड डायरेक्शन. GOTY, आई डोंट नो. Can't say. Not true. Not true. Not at all. अभी लास्ट ईयर का एग्जांपल ले लो इनोवेशन में. Baldur's Gate 3 was pretty much an innovation in many ways. उसके अलावा अपने जो Tears of the Kingdom है, it introduced a lot of gameplay elements that can be said they are innovation for sandbox gameplay in open world games. So नहीं, ये जो like वो है ना that AAA games lack innovation, नहीं. Most AAA games lack innovation, but not every single one. AAA industry is getting innovative games. It's not true. क्या नरेटिव वाइज तो हो सकता है हेलब्लेड 2 जीते, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स मैंने सुना लाइक फर्स्ट गेम का नरेटिव बहुत अच्छा था एंड उसकी लाइक सिनेमाटोग्राफी एंड डायरेक्शन की वजह से भी जीत सकता है. सो विल सी. We don't have any space for it. उठाओ बस. एवरेज निकालो तो इनोवेशन ही नहीं है. हर एक गेम इनोवेट नहीं कर सकता, ठीक है. मोस्ट गेम्स कैंट इनोवेट. इंडस्ट्री हैज़ बिन देयर फॉर दैट अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम दैट जो इनोवेशन होना था वो बहुत टाइम से हो चुका है. नाउ यू विल हैव टू, तुम्हें बहुत सोचना पड़ेगा टू इनोवेट फॉर योर गेम्स. बट एटलीस्ट इनोवेट नहीं तो इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं एग्जिस्टिंग गेम प्ले को. Something games like Elden Ring are doing, something like games like Hades is doing. Roguelike बहुत time से, but they are improving on that formula. ये नहीं है हर एक गेम को इनोवेट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, but if your game is doing something quality, then it's enough. Breath of the Wild innovated the open world genre, open world gameplay. Tears of the Kingdom innovated on it, and it was one of the best game ever made out there. You don't have to be the innovative. It's fine if you're making a quality game with all of those things combined. Bro, अगर Last of Us 2 जीत पा रहा है तो Hellblade. Let's not talk about Last of Us 2. It was not a. Let's just be honest here. Last of Us, that year's game of the year was not. It was very biased. After all of the troubles that happened with the Last of Us 2's development, it was pretty biased. उस साल और कितने गेम्स आए थे? 2018 की बात है. 2018 में आया था लास्ट ऑफ अस. 18 में आया था, 19 में आया था, कब आया था? Either way, उस साल और भी बहुत गेम्स थे that deserves that award more than it, but it was the biasness of overall gaming critics that is the reason why the Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year. बैटमैन बियॉन्ड के एनिमेटेड मूवी कैंसिल कर दिया FWP. कैंसिल नहीं किया था उन्होंने, पिच रिजेक्ट कर दिया था. द पिच दैट वाज मेड बाय द सेम पीपल हु मेड अक्रॉस द स्पाइडर-वर्स मूवीज. ना एनिमेटेड मूवी थी. It was made by the same people who are making the across the Spider-Verse movies basically. वैसे I will I will make my opinion about Last of Us after I play them because मैंने बहुत यूट्यूबर को देखा है जिनके कभी नहीं खेला like making 10 or 11 videos. I agree with that. You should not judge an entire game based upon it, but honestly I think उस साल Last of Us 2 से better game थे that could have won a game of the year. 20 में आया था. 20 में कौन कौन से गेम थे प्लीज? Could you please name what was the list for game of the year in 2020? It won't win. It will never win. A game like Doom will never win game of the year. And I think we all know the reason pretty well. Just a while ago, I was informed by Lord Sadler that our man had shot down a United States military helicopter. There shouldn't be any more outside interference for a while now. Unless the United States government determines who the traitor is, they can only initiate very small covert operations. We must use this time to our advantage and recapture the girl. The two Americans can only get out of our territories by using one of two routes. This is where we will stop them. We shall make use of our forces to the greatest degree. We will deploy a large number of granatos in one of the routes to ensure that they do not slip by us. For the other route, we shall leave the task to El Gigante, which route they take, the agent will never leave here alive. El Gigante वाला left वाला है ना? Sorry, El Gigante वाला right वाला है, which is much easier honestly. Yeah, right वाला. We need to go on right. Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy 7, Animal Crossing था. Hades, Ghost of Tsushima. Hades should have won. It was an innovation. Doom Eternal ठीक है यार, उस साल का आई थिंक इतना तगड़ा कंपटीशन नहीं था, बट आई थिंक स्टिल डिस्पाइट एवरीथिंग हेडीज एंड फाइनल फैंटेसी 7 डिजर्व्ड इट मोर. एंड अगर हम बात करें ना अ गेम दैट मेड इम्पैक्ट देन फाइनल फैंटेसी एनिमल क्रॉसिंग डिजर्व्स दैट. जो एंटायर पीरियड था कोविड वाला, एनिमल क्रॉसिंग डिड अ लॉट फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल during that time. So अगर हम एक impact की बात करें ना, that a game that made impact on so many people's life, that Animal Crossing should have won it. परीक्षण मैंने खेल रखा है रीमेक ऑलरेडी. I was in the mood to play the original, so just playing it for fun. Persona 5 Like a Dragon even. Those games deserve a GOTY मेरी opinion में personally. ठीक है, not Like a Dragon, it's a bit too niche. But Persona 5 was not a niche game, that's for sure. So yeah, I think Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Animal Crossing, Persona 5 and Hades, those were much more deserving for a GOTY compared to The Last of Us Part 2. It was just, that year was quite, people were quite biased, especially critics, to Last of Us 2 because of all the controversy and the leaks happened, which is understandable. I can understand all the sentiments that so the team gone through so much shit with the entire crunch culture, the leaks and everything. But that can also be the reason why that game should not deserve a GOTY, because of the entire crunch culture. Yes, it might be a good game. It might be a really, really good game. But can we just talk about the people who made that game, with how much crunch they had to go through, with how horrible the overall working conditions were at Naughty Dog. Nah. Mhm. And who got the most credit for that game? Neil Druckmann. Seriously. Did he deserve that? Did he deserve that much credit? I personally don't think so. The people who made that game, who actually developed it, I think those are the ones who should have got the credit more than him. The entirety of Naughty Dog team, they should have gotten the credit more than him. एंड लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट हियर, जहाँ तक मुझे ध्यान है, जो डायरेक्शन है ना, प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन, नील ड्रैकमैन ने सिर्फ एक ही गेम सोलो डायरेक्ट किया है, विच इज़ द लास्ट ऑफ अस 2. आई थिंक लास्ट ऑफ अस 1 वाज को रिटन, जहाँ तक मुझे ध्यान है. तो या आई एम सीरियस, मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो मैं कह सकता हूँ लास्ट ऑफ अस 2 के बारे में, बट आई एम नॉट गोना से इट until I experience both of those games for myself. Listen, thing is, I'm sure I will love The Last of Us Part 1, but I am not sure about Part 2 because of its story and how it's written. वो feel करा होता होगा. It might make people angry because of its story subject, but that doesn't matter to me. They are not movies. In the end, it is a game. And that is more important to me. A game can have an amazing story, amazing choreography, and it is a huge part for it, and it is a huge part for me. But I think gameplay is much more important to me overall. अगर तुम्हारा gameplay बहुत अच्छा है, story इतनी अच्छी नहीं है, I will still be playing your game because story comes secondary for me. And people like Neil Druckmann and people who love Sony exclusive games for their cinematography and their production quality, they just prefer that story and narrative over gameplay, something I can't be part of because no, I'm not. Yeah, that the dev didn't deserve the hate at all. They deserve all the praises they got. The Last of Us 2 is a technical achievement. It is still one of the best looking game out there, and that is because of all the devs who made that game so good. It was not Neil Druckmann. He's a writer director, a very important role, I agree, but that technical achievement that developers did, all the time and crunch the development went through, they should have deserved a lot more than what they got. A lot more respect. All the voice actors deserves more respect. Cyberbullying, yeah, still is a big part of the toxic gaming community. निंटेंडो का गेम की फिलोसॉफी है कि इफ़ यू हैव समथिंग गुड यू शुड इम्प्रूव ऑन इट. निंटेंडो की बेसिक फिलोसॉफी मेरे को बहुत पसंद है. इफ़ द गेम इज़ नॉट फन, व्हाई मेक इट? वी प्ले गेम फॉर फन. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ ए वीडियो गेम इज द गेम प्ले. वी आर हेयर फॉर देयर. For most people, like most people are there for there. It is one of the most innovative and best storytelling media. So much can be done in a video game. I definitely agree. It is one of the best best tool to tell a story. I agree with that. But gameplay is the most important thing in a game. If your game is not fun to play, you should improve upon that or should not even make that game. तुम क्यों हंस रहे हो शुभ? लास्ट ऑफ अस 2 गेम प्ले इज मिड, सो स्टोरी शुड बी टॉप नॉच, विच इज़ नॉट. पता नहीं, मैंने गेम प्ले खेला नहीं. इट फील्स गुड. लाइक जहाँ तक मैंने देखा है, इट लुक्स गुड टू प्ले. इट मस्ट फील गुड टू प्ले. बट Resident Evil 4, 5 and all the remakes recently released are quite fun to play. They feel great in gameplay department. Why won't I play them? Especially Resident Evil 4 remake. अगर कोई गेम में गेम प्ले अच्छा है तो स्टोरी टॉप नॉच हो, नहीं तो अगर स्टोरी भी मिड, गेम प्ले भी मिड, तो क्या फ़ायदा? या आई एग्री विद दैट. एंड इट्स नॉट लाइक आई कैंट प्ले मिड गेम्स. आई डू प्ले अ लॉट ऑफ मिड गेम्स. इट्स नॉट दैट बिग ऑफ अ डील, बट इट शुड बी फन एट लीस्ट, राइट? दैट इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. Video game is interactive media. We need good gameplay fundamentals or other media you can consume, movies or TV series. Yes, one of the reasons why The Last of Us TV show is so praised. The story was great and it was told very well in the game, but it can be told with not same impact, but in a different media with a very impactful story. why it is one of the best TV shows out there. The story was good, but it can be told somewhere else. So yeah, that kind of thing.
Welcome. What are you buying?
Yeah, you can do anything right now. So let me just save that.
Anytime.
Sure. We had a lot more games before that. We had a lot of games before that. No, not right, the left one. Sorry, the right one, not the left one. और पर्सनली पता है क्या है, आई वॉन्ट टू प्ले लास्ट ऑफ अस पार्ट 1 बट इतनी कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल होने की वजह से आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन पार्ट 2 ऑनेस्टली. Like there is so much controversy, there is so much baggage behind that game. Like I'm a bit afraid to talk about it because of how people react regarding that particular series. Regarding that particular series, it might just be one of the most toxic fandom out there. Easily. Yeah. Just look at Metal Gear games. They are more cinematic than any of the Last of Us games, please. अगर हम cinematic direction की बात करें ना, then I think Kojima is the guy to direct a game that looks so cinematic and so beautiful. Just look at MGS5 and its direction. It looks so good. Just look at Death Stranding. A very well told story with nuance to it. And gameplay plays a big part in that story. Don't forget that. What Last of Us 2 has on that? The gameplay is basically a different thing compared to the story, right? Because अगर हम gameplay को factor in करें story के अंदर, then Ali has created hundreds more of those cycle of revenge. Here comes LG.
Leon!
I know, Ashley, I know. Let him come. चलो मिस हो गया, चलते हैं यहाँ से. बड़ा ऐसी बात हो गई क्या? अभी आग लगाता हूँ तेरे. That is done. Yeah, MGS5 is pure cinematic gameplay, and look at that cinematography of the cutscenes. It looks so good. That the shaky cam one, everything with the lens flare, and how good it looks, how good that game looks in cutscenes. The dialogues are so well written that makes you feel bad. As MGS5 might not have the best story in the series, but it has that cinematic flair that most games still don't have. And MGS4, like that game is a like half of that game is pretty much a movie. मैं RE4 का कोई स्पॉइलर नहीं चाहता. नहीं, ऐसा स्पॉइल करने के लिए कुछ है भी नहीं इसमें. द स्टोरी इज वेरी सिंपल ऑनेस्टली एंड डजंट चेंज मच. You don't play Resident Evil games for story, like most of them, for most part. People love the characters and the overall lore, but story की जहाँ तक बात करें in game to game standard, then they're not mind blowing. Some of the games have good story, but nothing to write about. नहीं है वो यार, नहीं है. तुम्हारी चैट पढ़ रहा हूँ मैं. जरूरी नहीं हर चैट चिल्ला चिल्ला के पढ़ूँ. लास्ट ऑफ अस के फैंडम को MGS का पता ही नहीं. MGS1 might have the नहीं यार, I think MGS2 has a more nuanced story, especially if we talk about when the game was released. Like Kojima is something I don't know what he does. He makes some predictions in his games and they come true. For example, MGS2 was all about the information warfare. How internet can change the perception of people, how it can change something, it can change true from false, that kind of thing. It's true in current day and age. Internet is doing that exactly. Same with Death Stranding. That game was about isolation and how to connect people. Then we had COVID. So I don't know how he makes those guesses, or he might be a time traveler or something. I don't know. But his stories have something in it. Yeah, MGS5 is cinematic game done well. Yeah, same show. I prefer lore over story because I can dive deep into it. Hey Utsav, good evening and welcome to stream मेरे भाई. आपके कैमरा एंगल से दिख रहा है आपको कैरेक्टर कितना पसंद है. जैसे सजेशन सेनपाई, आप ना नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम्स से लाइव रिएक्शन वाला बंद कर देना. इससे चैट नहीं देखते लोगों की. क्या मतलब, मैं समझा नहीं. बेसिकली जैसे DMC खेलते हो वैसे. या एग्जैक्टली. DMC has a good story, but characters are mostly the main focus, and that is why I'm here. Dante might be the most badass character in video game industry and most chillest character out there. Pretty hot as well. Same with Lady. Oh, she is beautiful. And she is quite layered, especially in DMC 3. And there are some hints regarding that in DMC 5 as well. Lady might just be my first video game crush. She is beautiful. Same with Virgil, badass character. Nero, like DMC might have the most fuckable video game character cast. if I use the right word. My every emoji missed. अरे यार तुम इंटरेक्शन कर रहे हो ना. आई कैंट रीड एवरी सिंगल चैट. जस्ट टाइप इफ यू कैन. एंड मैंने टॉप चैट पे कर रखा है इसको, सो आई थिंक आई कैंट इवन सी मोस्ट ऑफ द चैट्स. Like most only some of the chats. Noob streamer. MGS2 is regarded as the best MGS games. Yeah, see, but thing is, you can consider every single MGS game the best regarding your taste. MGS1 is considered to be best. MGS2 is considered to be best. MGS3 is considered to be best. 4 is a bit complicated because if you're a long-running fan of the series, it might just be your favorite because of the conclusion of the story. 5 is considered the best because of its gameplay, not story, but it is still a pretty good game. Like MGS5 might have the weakest story in any MGS game, and it still is one of the most well-written story out there, and most well-performed as well. So the benchmark between Kojima and other games is like, let's just not even compare it. Neil Druckmann, after making Last of Us 2, Neil Druckmann, I don't know what is with that guy. I think he thinks himself that he's an author, a video game author, something like Kojima or Hideaki Kamiya, Hideaki Itsunu or Miyazaki, but he's not. I'm sorry. He might be a good director. He might have directed one of the best stories out there, but he's not on their level. And people just troll him for that. And we know that really well. I don't think most people take him seriously with how he acts and that kind of thing. Yeah, he is what he is, I guess. DMC1 ka starting was literally goofy, super goofy. Yeah, it was goofy. Every DMC game has something goofy in it, and I love those games for that. Chatak, और हाँ यार, actually it's been quite some time since I have played a DMC game, especially DMC3. So I might just make a retrospective series on those games soon. ये जो हार्ट बना चैट में, इसे लाइव रिएक्शन कहते हैं. Which are going to waste. Yeah, Konami has some really good IPs that they are gonna waste. Silent Hill, we don't know. We are not sure about what's gonna happen with the Silent Hill 2 remake. The recent Silent Hill game, which was like a very short and free, it was not that well received for most people. And the upcoming Silent Hill F looks visually, it looks stunning. But the story and the atmosphere, there are a lot of things. उसके अलावा हमारे पास Castlevania, one of the most legendary Metroidvania series out there, one of the most legendary and platforming series out there. It is being wasted. MGS, it will be wasted if... See, let's be agree with one thing. MGS has ended. I don't think they should release new games in the series, but if they want to remake them, go for it. But you should not change anything. Modernize the gameplay. Don't change the story, dialogue, or voice actor or anything. Just modernize it. Exactly what MGS3s do. Just do that kind of thing. और अगर रीमेक की बात करें ना, I think I much preferred a remake of MG1 and 2. The OG games that were released in 1987, and I don't remember when MG2 was released. So I think a remake for those games would have been much better. But I think they are going for a chronological order. So the first game is MGS3, and it is the most well-regarded game in the series, most beloved game in the series. So I think they are going from that perspective as well. So we're gonna see more remakes in MGS series, that's for sure. New games, I personally don't want. And I think Konami knows that they will receive huge backlash if they try to make a new game in the series. If you really want to continue MGS series, just make sequel to MGR. That is the best thing you can do. Or make a spin-off game based on Raiden. You can do that. Just don't touch Big Boss or that entire saga. Make separate games with the Fox engine, the gameplay of MGS5. Use that as your basis. Just go open world, but make it more useful. Don't leave it as empty as MGS5, which there was a reason why it was so empty. It has sandbox element, but if you want to make open world MGS, just use that formula and make the open world more useful. Sam Lake, yeah. Shinji Mikami. I prefer a remake of DMC1, honestly. DMC3 is still very much playable. अगर तुमने नहीं खेला ना, just play it. You will understand. Gameplay, there are some issues. Camera might be an issue. But as overall gameplay, it is still like up there. up there with DMC 4 and 5. Don't need a remake for that game, but अगर मिलता है then I would prefer a remake of DMC 1 because that game has aged a bit. MGS is done for me. नहीं, Silent Hill F का सिर्फ हमें एक cinematic trailer दिखा and it looks really good. The overall direction they're going with it looks very creepy, very atmospheric, but we don't know what kind of gameplay it will be and what kind of game it will be. Yeah, just continue that. Just continue Revengeance. 7 views. Yeah, it's good. Bap of action game. One of the best action game. Bap of action game. There are flaws in that game. It can be improved though. It can be improved a lot. Also, can we just get a sequel to Vanquish, please? Can we get a sequel to Vanquish, please? I love that game. That is like the next evolution of third-person action shooters. But that game was like way too niche. मुझे लगता है तुम में से कईयों ने सुना भी नहीं होगा उसका नाम. बहुत अच्छा गेम है. It's around 7 to 8 hours at max for a single playthrough. But that gameplay is good. I should probably stream that game. Because मुझे वो खेले भी बहुत टाइम हो गया. Maybe after Resident Evil 4 अगर मुझे टाइम मिला तो. I can complete it in a day if I want to. In a day or two.
Welcome. Got a selection of good. What are you
Still
selling?
don't have anything, huh?
Is that all?
Thank you.
What are you buying?
ना अब तो कासल में रखोगा जो होगा.
What are you buying? Come back anytime.
चलो इसलिए बेटा तुम्हारा डम्पस्टर में जाने का टाइम आ गया. Village's last defense. I clearly underestimated the American agent's capability. He is still alive. I thought that we could wait until the egg hatched, but at this rate, he could destroy the whole village before it does. We must take care of this nuance. We shall change our priorities for the time being. We will seize or hunt for Louis and ambush the two Americans. There is a building used to enlighten betrayers just beyond the point where you get off the lift. It's a perfect place for ambushing them. It's all else. If all else fails, they still would need to face me in order to get past the last gate that leads out of the village. For only before my sight will the gate open. Vanquish. मैंने Transformers Devastation नहीं खेला, so I can say. Castlevania can, यार इस currently जो चल रहा है gaming industry में, Castlevania can be so like financially successful. Metroidvania has became quite big. So just imagine a Metroidvania with roguelike and Metroidvania elements. It can be huge. But I guess we're not getting another one of those games anytime soon. Wait a second. यहाँ पर हमें I don't remember that gate. अच्छा ये second वाला है. हाँ second side है, yeah, I remember. I should also play The Last of Us Part 1 here. I want to play that game. Just look at Ashley, how she cheers up. I love that. That little, love it. Nah, not Kojima. It's made by Shinji Mikami, the director and creator of Resident Evil series. So basically, after Resident Evil 4, he thought he should probably make another third-person shooter, but in his own way. Actually, मेरे चैनल पर एक वीडियो है regarding that game, so if you wanna check it, you can. But just warn you, the video is old, so the quality of that video might not be as good, and the writing as well. Good game, yeah. Vanquish is very good game, very fun game. Sadly, we most likely never gonna get a sequel to it because it was made by Platinum Games and directed by Shinji Mikami. And Shinji Mikami currently video game industry में काम नहीं करने वाले. He is on resign at Tango Gameworks, so I don't think there is anyone else who can direct such game other than him and Hideaki Kamiya. I don't think there's anyone who can at Platinum Games who can direct such game. There is a lot of talented people there, but I don't think we have people like Hideaki Kamiya and Shinji Mikami there anymore. I don't know who the current designers and actors are there, honestly. And honestly, I'm very unsure about the future of Platinum Games because the people who founded that that development company has gone now, all of them. Shinji Mikami is gone, Hideaki Kamiya is gone, and उसके अलावा मुझे पता नहीं है. I don't think there is any other director who can direct such good action games other than them. Because the last Platinum game था action one, it was Bayonetta 3, and it was the last project that was supervised by Hideaki Kamiya, if not directed from what I remember. Rule 34 of Leon and H. अरे हाँ ठीक है, guilty as well. But can you see, like, there are so many talented animators out there regarding even these things. Yeah, Babylon Fall. But it was not last. Last I think it was Bayonetta का spin-off था. Bayonetta 3 उससे पहले था, and उससे पहले था Babylon's Fall. So I'm concerned about Platinum's games. I don't think there are any good developers left there. I would love to be proven wrong because they are the only developers in the industry who exclusively make action games for the most part. So yeah, because उनके अलावा फिर सिर्फ एक ही डेवलपर है जो इतने अच्छे एक्शन गेम बना सकते हैं, and better than them even, which are Capcom. But sadly they have so many teams, like and most of them are like busy with their already mainline series. There is a team that makes there are multiple teams that makes Resident Evil games. One of them is Dev 1, which are the most talented developers in Capcom, who made the Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 7, 8, Resident Evil 4 remake, and Devil May Cry 5, and all of those games. The most talented team is Dev Team 1. उसके अलावा हमारे पास दो टीम्स है फॉर मॉन्स्टर हंटर गेम्स, जहाँ तक मुझे ध्यान है. वन फॉर मेन लाइन गेम्स, वन फॉर सब गेम्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेन लाइन गेम वॉज द लास्ट मेन लाइन मॉन्स्टर हंटर वॉज मॉन्स्टर हंटर वर्ल्ड. The sub game was Monster Hunter Rise. So two teams who only develop Monster Hunter games. उसके अलावा कुछ teams है जो Resident Evil games से work करती हैं. तो like Capcom have multiple teams, but they are already assigned to those games. Like multiple teams for Resident Evil games because there are multiple Resident Evil games at once in development. Monster Hunter games are always in development. ठीक है. फिर उसके बाद एक ही टीम बचती है, Dev Team 1, जो अदर प्रोजेक्ट्स पे फोकस कर सकती है, समथिंग लाइक DMC 1 and all. And currently they are working on Dragon's Dogma 2 and other games as well. So like अगर हम exclusively बात करें action games की, then Platinum was the only one, and I don't think we have that talent at Platinums anymore either. So yeah, talented but degenerate. Agreed. I can't say anything. I'm not a developer right now. I would love to. See, मैं हमेशा से action games से most interested रहा था. I love DMC, I love Dragon's Dogma, I love most Capcom games because they are very action focused, even something like Resident Evil. So yes, I think I have a good knowledge how to make a good action game, but I'm not a developer. I have a long ways to go, but I would love to make an action game someday. Yes, Platin में MGRR बनाया था. Yes. नहीं अब तो हो गया इस भाई स्ट्रीम में बहुत गेम कर लिया हमने. ठीक है, 2 से 3 बॉस फाइट कंप्लीट करी है सिंगल स्ट्रीम में हमने, और एक और बॉस फाइट हो जाएगी ये भी. कोई कुछ भी नाम रख लो स्ट्रीम का, कोई सा भी गेम खिलवा लो, चाहे फोकस गेम पे हो. बात तो मैं करूँगा, तुम लोगों को ये बात अब तक पता चल गई होगी. यार फ्लैश ग्रेनेड एक तो चाहिए. वी नीड एटलीस्ट 1 फ्लैश ग्रेनेड. So let's just remove this one. Especially current day Capcom. Everything is quality. Not a single game in the recent few years that are bad. Like even games like Resident Evil 3 Remake and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite were not bad. They are still good games. So no, they have not made a bad game in a while. वही तो करता हूँ मैं, और क्या चाहिए तुम लोगों को. कर तो रहा हूँ. करो, कौन ना करा. टॉपिक लेके आओ ऐसे उठ उठ के. नहीं यार, वो तो तुम मेरे को दे दो. गरीब तुम लोगों से गरीब मैं हूँ फिलहाल. आई एम डेड. चलो, गुड थिंग द लास्ट सेव वाज क्लोज. गुड थिंग द लास्ट सेव वाज क्लोज. By the way, I'm doing no death run, so have to do it. Yeah, RE3 Remake have some fans, and it is not a bad game straight up, as I've said before. It is still a good game. It is just not as good as Resident Evil 2 Remake. And like that is an understandable perspective. It was not made by Capcom. It was made by M2, who are a support studio that Capcom uses for a lot of their games. Ashley is celebrating every death. She's a misogynist. That is what she is. She loves pain. इन्फिनिट का पता नहीं, बस पता ये है कि MVC3 and 2 are just miles about them. Yes, thing is, there are a lot of flaws in MVCI, but the gameplay is not. There are other things that are that holds that game back. biggest one that they literally used assets from MVC3. It was one of the games that were that were in development before the entire change in the Capcom. So like it was one of the last few games that were developed before the entire shift in their production phase. Arey yaar. I will have to shoot him. Can shoot him. Great. साइड में कर सकता हूँ बट कैंट नॉट लाइक दैट. कोई बात नहीं, बाहर आ रहे हैं वैसे भी. आई विल गेट लॉट मोर. Yes, an MVC game that is using RE engine would be amazing, especially now since Capcom has made a Street Fighter game in RE engine, so they have all the technology they need. But thing is the MCUification of the Marvel side of characters. I think that is the thing that is holding them back. Like MVCI does not have Wolverine, one of the most staple character of that series. Can you imagine that? But of course we'll have him now since Marvel has the rights to Wolverine and X-Men now. But we'll see. Hopefully we will get an MVC game because honestly Disney does not have many choices in gaming industry right now. Disney fucked them up real well with the Battlefront 2 and overall Star Wars licensing. So they are already licensing out their IPs, so I don't think they will mind Capcom making another MVC game. I don't think anyone would. People will love another MVC game with all the care and effort that was put into Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is amazing. मैं fighting games नहीं खेलता, मुझे पता है, but that game looks so good. That game must have feel so good to play, and that music, oh, good. Street Fighter 6 might be the most swag-filled fighting game. One of the best. Like Tekken has a lot of swag, but not the kind that Street Fighter has with the raps and streetish things and graffiti and that kind of thing. So yeah, Street Fighter 6 is amazing. I think I should probably get into fighting games again. Like मैं Tekken तो खेल सकता हूँ. Tekken is like my childhood fighting game, so I know how to play those games in general. But I will start playing fighting games just for fun, not competitively, but just to enjoy the story mode on characters. I knifed his ass. He died from the pain. Yeah, like Wolverine is the most staple character in the entire series, and I'm talking about when we didn't even had MVC. मैं बात कर रहा हूँ जब हमारे पास थे Street Fighter vs X-Men and Capcom Marvel Super Heroes. मैं उस टाइम की बात कर रहा हूँ. Wolverine was there since day one in every single crossover game and every single Capcom made game. Capcom made Marvel game. So not having him in MVCI is a huge deal for the entire community. People love Wolverine in that game, in that series. Yeah, and X-Men is a big part of every single Capcom game. By the way, this particular location was expanded in the remake. There is a cutscene where we see the blood and that kind of thing, which is also present in separate ways. But I haven't played the separate ways of the remake, so don't know. Yes, this was a PS2 game. Yes, this was a 5th console gen game. Originally made for GameCube as an exclusive, but उस टाइम पे GameCube उस जनरेशन में GameCube least selling console था 5th generation में. So Capcom basically made it for PS2 as well. It was an exclusive. It was announced an exclusive. and I think it was one of the 5 Capcom 5 games. And Shinji Mikami said that अगर कभी भी Resident Evil 4 other platforms पे आया GameCube के बाद he will cut his head. Liar, he didn't. Something which MCU fans don't like. What are we talking about? I will take it later. Have any new stock? I don't think so. Still.
Got a selection of come back anytime.
चलो ये चैप्टर भी खत्म है, ये बॉस फाइट भी हो गई. GameCube owner when the relation is not headless. He literally said that thing in an interview. If Resident Evil 4 ever came out on any other platform, he will behead himself. And he didn't. Of course he didn't. MCU fans don't have any problem. No. That is not true, Yoshikage. MCU fans don't have any problem with X-Men. They are craving for X-Men for a long time, and me as well. The X-Men movies, the Fox X-Men movies were a big part of my childhood. So I want those characters in MCU. I really do. By the way, a lot of Fox X-Men movies are still good. And like मैं काफ़ी खुश किस्मत हूँ, मैंने X-Men Days of Future and Past थिएटर में देखी थी. That is like one of the best X-Men movies out there. Easily. Same with Deadpool 2, but that movie was not good. The Hindi dub for that movie was not good. Ranveer Singh destroyed that voice acting. Oof, so annoying to listen to. Oof. Good, bad, horrible. X-Men, see, mutants हैं, X-Men नहीं है. We don't have any mutants that are like part of X-Men right now. We have mutants. Kamala Khan is mutant. We had Namor, who's a mutant. We have a Beast. We have like first proper X-Men appearance in the Marvels in the post-credit scene with Beast. So that is like the proper introduction of X-Men, but not like proper. Deadpool 3 will be the proper introduction of X-Men in MCU. So I'm really excited for that movie. And we're gonna see a lot of cameos. So I just hope we'll get to see Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider, because those movies were guilty pleasure for me, and I loved Ghost Rider. Like, he's so cool and edgy. So I would love to see Nick Cage as Ghost Rider once again in Deadpool 3. Or in the future Marvel projects like Secret Wars and Secret Invasion. What is the name of that upcoming Avenger? Secret Wars? I think that's the name. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see a lot of cameos from all those old movies. We're gonna see Wesley Snipes. I think that's his name. I'm not pronouncing it right, I'm sure. Snipes, Blade. We're gonna see Nicolas Cage's X-Men. We might even see the Fox era Fantastic Four, the OG one, not the 2015 one. Don't name those. नहीं, मैं उस Ghost Rider की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ. मुझे पता है Ghost Rider है Agent of Shield में, but I'm talking about Nick Cage's Ghost Rider, the original Ghost Rider, which was what was the name? Johnny Cage. I'm talking about him particularly. Nick Cage as Ghost Rider was cool. We're getting a Fantastic Four movie next year. Maybe not next year, I think 26. I don't remember. So I'm sure that we will see all of these characters as a cameo, but I would love to see Ghost Rider in MCU proper. I would love to see Midnight Suns in MCU. We have half of the cast already. We have Scarlet Witch. We have Moon Knight. Blade is getting his own movie. और कौन है? Wolverine will be in MCU. He's part of Midnight Suns as well. Doctor Strange is part of Midnight Suns. So I would love to see a more darker tone MCU movie that is like full of edge with those characters. Because of course, MCU is missing that edge. And I would love to see that, honestly. Hey Lakshay, good evening and welcome to the stream. The original is great. Remake is great as well. As good if not better. I don't compare those games. मैंने यार Agent of Shield पूरा देखा है. I think I watched it up until season 3 but never completed. It has like 8 seasons, 6 or 8 seasons around that. So it's a long show, honestly. Yeah, Nick Cage is Ghost Rider for me. Because that he was the introduction to the character for me, and like Nick Cage is Nick Cage. No one can replace him honestly. So yeah, I want Ghost Rider in MCU, and I want the entirety of Midnight Suns, the entire team in MCU, because they are the most edgy team in Marvel, and I want some edginess in Marvel. Like, just don't make things bland. मुझे edgy चलेगी. I love cheesy and edgy things. I'm fan of Sam Raimi's direction. I'm fan of Evil Dad. So I'm fine with the cheesy and edgy. Just don't make things bland, because that is the worst thing you can do. I also love Jojo, by the way. Laksha. Huge fan. अच्छा 2025 में आएगी FF. Superman की just बात. It's fine. I think Marvel will do justice to Fantastic Four. Hopefully they do. Hopefully. They're like one of the most beloved characters out there, and they are touted to be the Marvel's first family of superheroes. So they deserve respect, honestly. Same as X-Men. X-Men do deserve respect as well. See, I don't love DC that much. I love Batman. I love Superman. Not a big fan of Wonder Woman, honestly. I don't know about her that much. Green Lantern is cool, but I have never been connected to those characters as much as something like Spider-Man, Iron Man, because it was my childhood. MCU was part of my childhood, but still, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero because he was the introduction to that world for me. The 90s Spider-Man, the animated series that I watched in 2000s, the Sam Raimi movies. Spider-Man 3 was my first theater experience in 2007 with my family. So Spider-Man is a big part in my life. Like, he is my favorite superhero. I have made multiple videos about him on the channel. So there is a reason behind that. Batman might be the second. Superman seems like a very cool character, and he is, honestly. But मेरा कभी ऐसा रहा नहीं. Like, I have never been a huge fan of Superman. Something I hope James Gunn will change. I want to be a believer. I want to see that good side of Superman that we never got to see, really, in DCEU. Zack Snyder does not know how to write characters. Let's be honest here. He's a great visual director. He's a great visionary. He's not a good writer. He literally changed Superman's character to be so dark. It was different for the sake of being different. He was a Jesus figure in DCEU and was so on the nose. So no, I want a Superman that is more similar to his comic book counterpart, who always smiles while even beating bad guys, who is like the Boy Scout. That is how people call Superman. That's what I want to see. 7th season. Okay. Ghost Rider used to freak you out a bit. I mean, understandable. Especially in Spirit of Vengeance, the second Ghost Rider movie, where he's like so unhinged. And like, by the way, that design was better than the origin movies. Where the skull, the entire bones and skull are like charted in dark smoke, that melting jacket. So cool. So like, he was so unhinged in the sequel, and I love that design. I love that particular interpretation of Ghost Rider, because yeah, he's insane. He genuinely is insane. And Nick Cage played that particular aspect of character really well. He's made for those kind of roles. Superman बस अच्छी होनी चाहिए. Superman will be good. Let's see. We're talking about James Gunn, who has been a lifelong Superman fan, who has written some of the best superhero movies out there. I believe in James Gunn. He will make a good movie. Hopefully, he will direct it as well. He is the writer, but I hope he will direct as well. Which he will, I'm sure. We're talking about a character who's very close to him. Much more close than any of the Guardians, any of the Suicide Squad. He is I think Superman is James Gunn's favorite superhero, so I don't think he will miss a chance to direct his movie. Nah, he will direct. I love the animation side of DC, because Batman the animated series, Justice League were also part of my childhood. But अगर हम बात करें live action की, DCEU it was a train wreck. I loved what Snyder was doing. It could have been an Elseworld universe for his own things, but I will never accept it as the main DCEU continuity, because it was way too different. Batman kills, Superman kills, Superman is way too dark, and there are a lot of issues like that. So I will never accept DCU as the main DC movie universe, like something we can accept Marvel to be, MCU to be. Bye Yoshikage, thank you for coming to the stream. Coulson fans, I love him, but his existence became goofy in later seasons. Like I think मैंने इतना आगे देखा नहीं था that it became a big part of that. Dark, I love that edginess as well. यार मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, but DC has never captured me that much as something like MCU. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I love Batman. I adore Batman. He's my second most favorite superhero. I have played every Arkham game. I have watched the Dark Knight trilogy. I love the Batman. I have watched a lot of animated movies like The Dark Knight Returns, the recent DC animated universe movies, Son of Batman, Batman Bad Blood. Yeah, I love Batman. Yeah, but we don't have that connected universe with a good Batman out there. So I hope that Brave and the Bold, the upcoming Batman movie in DCU, will be good and will be faithful to the character. A Batman who doesn't kill, similar to the Batman we got. But he should not be that dark, as dark and brooding. The Batman's Batman was not that dark and brooding because he's still learning. The most brooding and dark Batman is when he's in mid of his career. When he's like kind of alone, he does not have any Robin. That is like the most darkest timeline for Batman. And Brave and the Bold is set in a time where Batman has a Bat family. He has a son, and he has been fighting crime for quite some time. So he should not be that dark and broody, because after the foundation of Batman Incorporation, Batman started trusting people. He was not as dark as before. He has that Bat family behind him, behind his back, to support him. So the Batman in DCU should not be as dark as all the interpretation of Batman we have seen in live action. He should be a bit more light-hearted. Not saying goofy. He should not make jokes. He should act like Batman, but he should not be as dark and broody. Hey, Searu Gaming, hola. I'm sorry, I think you're Mexican and don't speak Mexican. I'm sorry, but still, welcome to the stream. See, there's one thing I love about Resident Evil 4, that a lot of Mexican people are attached to this game, which is understandable. I love this. I love that aspect of Resident Evil 4 community specifically. Mexicans love Resident Evil, especially Resident Evil 4. It's like it is like part of their childhood. About MCU, when I was 12, my first movie in theater was Multiverse of Madness, I guess. You missed a lot. I'm glad that I knew about MCU ever since its inception in 2008. And I have watched like a lot of MCU movies in theaters, and I'm glad about it. I have watched most important MCU movies in theater. I've watched every single Avenger movie in theater. So yes, I have that experience. I had that when the MCU was in prime. I have experienced that thing, and I'm glad, because we're not sure if we'll ever gonna see that huge MCU being that huge. I don't think we'll ever gonna see that. Alexia, you should watch the Batman. Damn good, and the animated movies as well. I grew up watching Malu movies. बाद में जाके I was exposed to different things. Okay, understandable. Zack Snyder don't understand the characters. He don't know how to wrote existing characters. He changes a lot of things, and you can do that with characters that are so like loved, so beloved, so established. You can't do such thing. You can't make Batman literally kill people directly with guns. No, that is an integral part of his character. Batman don't use gun in most of the iteration of the character. The new ones, when Batman was started, yes, he used guns for some of his runs, but it is a rule. He never uses guns. He never kills people directly. Batman has killed, even in comics, but he has never killed a single person directly. Something Zack Snyder took and literally just reversed it. He's using guns to kill people. No, that is not how Batman is. And अगर Zack Snyder एक aspect दिखाना चाहता है character that he has been doing this for so long that he has forgotten his rules. Batman has never done that. He had one rule ever since the modern interpretation of the character. He has never killed. You can't change that. It is an integral part of his character. I'm sorry, you can't change that. Same with Superman. You can't make him so dark and broody as Batman. What is the difference between both then? Batman and Superman, both of the characters are dark and broody. What is the difference between both? Superman killed a lot of people. Superman is acting very dark and edgy and broody. What is the difference between both? There should be a huge contrast between Batman in his prime time and Superman in his prime time. Superman should be who gives people hope. Even the Dark Knight Return movie did a better job in executing Superman. Spain. It takes place in Spain, Europe. Resident Evil 4. He can use rubber bullets like Snake in MGS5. Yeah, he can use rubber bullets if he really wants to incapacitate people, and he does not even have to use it. He has a lot of gadgets to incapacitate people. But I don't know. Zack Snyder chose gun because he wanted to be edgy, and I love that. I love his edginess, but those were not the right characters to make so drastic changes. Top Film made High Top Film made 1 hour essay video about just Batman Superman killing rule of Batman. Here's rubber bullets. Let's finish this boss fight. Let's finish this chapter of the game, yaar. Then I might end the stream. मुझे आज एडिटिंग करनी रात को. It's almost 10. Father भी आने वाले मेरे. Ashley, to the dumpster, where you belong.
You better stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
There is a good time limit. By the way, who have never played Resident Evil 4, just go and play it, please. It was my first Resident Evil game, and it is the only Resident Evil game I have ever completed. So just go and play it. You don't have any reason not to play it. Play the original, play the remake, both. Both are amazing. Play the original first, honestly. This game holds up really well. It might be part 4 and 5. I can't choose between both, honestly. I love the light-hearted and tone of part 4 and the overall direction, but the character writing and art direction of part 5 and animation of part 5 were really good. So both are on same level. After it, I think part 3, then part 6, part 2, and last part 1. I love the monster of the week thing of part 3. It felt like an adventure. Oh shit. That was close. That was way too close. Which I'm gonna burn you. So, one phase has been completed. Arre bhai. What the hell? Burn, bitch. अरे अरे भाई साहब अरे भाई साहब थोड़ा दूर डैम इट। अरे एक मिनट, सेव पास में था। गुड। से अब मैं गेम कंटिन्यूसली बहुत अच्छे से खेला हूँ ना, लाइक आई हैव नॉट डाइड वंस बिकॉज आई हैव लिटरली लोडेड द गेम एंड आई डाइड। तो इस सीजन से ये बॉस फाइट मोर डिफिकल्ट है। अगर अब मैं इसको कंटिन्यू करता हूँ ना अभी, इट विल बिकम मच मोर ईजी। डायनामिक डिफिकल्टी वन ऑफ द बेस्ट थिंग्स इन if we talk about game design, every game should have it. Like not every game, but game should have a dynamic difficulty. Works really well for overall challenge and player experience. Even in Arkham Knight, when we shot people by Batmobile, it shoots non-lethal air cannon or something. Rocksteady knows Batman more than Zack Snyder, even though it's a game where killing is normal. Yeah, but even then, I will say that Rocksteady fumbled hard when it comes to the writing in Batman Arkham Knight. But yeah, it was at least much more. It was better than at least Zack Snyder's Batman. Yeah, it's fine now. If you have played Resident Evil 2 Remake, then you should play Resident Evil 3 Remake. And you can play RE4 Remake, but I will personally suggest you to play the original. I think we went the wrong way. No, that's right. Mod idea. There are mods for that. I'm sure there are mods for that. Burn. This was fast. इस बार तो बहुत जल्दी हो गया. Let me just... Oh, another close call. अबे यार seriously, give me that damn grenade. Let me kill this bitch. चलो खत्म. स्टिकमैन रेजिडेंट इविल. आई एम श्योर रीमेक के अंदर होंगे ऐसे कोई मोड भी. not even that afflicts. There are lot more other things that does not work in that game. See, जब भी मेरा वीडियो आएगा ना बैटमैन आर्कम सीरीज पे, I'm sure I'm gonna offend a lot of Batman fans, especially hardcore Arkham fans, Indian community के अंदर. But my points will be valid, I'm sure. Because मैंने हर एक बैटमैन स्टोरी नहीं पढ़ी है. But I understand the character. मैंने इतना बैटमैन कंटेंट तो देखा है कि बैटमैन क्या करेगा इस सिचुएशन में, क्या नहीं करेगा. And especially I have watched content that inspires the Arkham Knight story. So yeah. And there are other YouTubers who have already talked about it, yeah. YouTubers like Godzilla Mendoza. And I agree with his points. And I have the same perspective on that particular thing. यहाँ से जाने का रास्ता कहाँ था? यहाँ से जाने का रास्ता कहाँ था? I don't remember. Where was it? खिड़की थी क्या ऊपर? Sorry.
Are you okay, Leon?
Oh, shut up. I'm sure you can find it online if you want, if you really want to play it. Or you can mod it yourself. By the way, मुझे पता चला there is not making textures and updating textures and changing them is not that big of a deal. You just open the texture in Photoshop. उसके बाद तुम्हें जो ऐड करना है उसके तुम कर सकते हो. You can change it if you want to. Not a big deal. हाँ, मैं उन गेम्स की बात करूँ उनके textures openable हैं in Photoshop. For example, character textures है. Leon को change कर सकता हूँ मैं. I can make him black if I want to. It's not that difficult. But एक शर्त है, वो ओपन होनी चाहिए. जो वो टेक्सचर फाइल्स है वो फोटोशॉप में ओपन होनी चाहिए. उसके अलावा अदर टूल्स होते हैं उसके लिए. Yeah, Arkham Knight definitely has the best gameplay in the series. का तो कोई डाउट ही नहीं है. ये कंप्लीट हो गया. नाइस. See, उसकी जो कोरियोग्राफी है, cinematography and choreography, that is very well done. Graphically, the game looks stunning still. Gameplay is the best in the series, and it feels the best to play as well. But the only aspect that game, the only few aspects actually are the story, the overall writing of the story, how it ends, and some of the plot points, and जो सबसे बड़ा factor है, which are the boss fights. Boss fights has always been a big part of Arkham series. Yes, Arkham Asylum की boss fights most boss fights इतनी अच्छी नहीं है. They are like very reskinned. We fight Joker henchmen who play similar to Bane. Bane boss fight is very simple. Joker की boss fight that is very simple as well. Scarecrow was a standout boss fight and Killer Croc was a standout boss fight. Agreed. Arkham City made huge improvements upon it. Mr. Freeze की boss fight, one of the best, it is still considered to be one of the best in the series, okay, and gaming in general, because of how many ways you can take him down and how many times you will have to take him down if you play on harder difficulties. Great, amazing. Ra's al Ghul's boss fight, a spectacle, a spectacle and a fun boss fight. Solomon Grundy, different. Same with the final boss of the game, Clayface. Like, I think it might just be the worst boss fight in the main story, but still, it was different. That shot it was not even a proper boss fight, let's just say. तो boss fight के मामले में Arkham City was good. Arkham Origins was amazing. Best boss fights in the series. Arkham Knight, nothing. एक proper boss fight पूरे game में, Arkham Knight, which is a stealth section. Other boss fights, tank segments, Deathstroke, one of the characters who has the most badass boss fight in a series is a tank battle. Are you fucking serious? At least Killer Croc की proper boss fight तो थी, at least fight Killer Croc. It might just be the best boss fight in the series. Arkham Knight की boss fight was a stealth section. Yeah, that's it. We don't have any other boss fight. That game does not even a boss fight. And then Killer Croc, it does not have a proper boss fight, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it does not. And we were selling something, by the way.
What are you selling?
This one. Look at that cash. They're flowing. Or Hush. How can you forget Hush? What? His quest was nothing. The entire build-up up until Arkham Knight was nothing. For nothing. He had such an intriguing plot in Arkham City. And he's such an important character to Batman mythos now. It was nothing. He just showed up. He just got beaten up in a cutscene and that's it. He was there for like 5 minutes in the entire game. Not even 5 minutes, honestly. 2 minutes at max. Yeah, Arkham Knight tank battle. It is basically a copy paste of that boss fight. By the way, this puzzle is back in Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil Village. That game overall is like heavily inspired by this, so yeah. By the way, आज की engagement अच्छी रही stream की. 60 views overall, 10 likes. Best thing I could have done in the situation. By the way, I can fight him if I want to. They're not even that many. Let me just need them. पैसा ही पैसा. Rocksteady should now make a Beyond game. They already made Arkham Batman a little futuristic, so Beyond will be best for them. I don't think we'll get a Beyond game. I don't think. What do you think? Will Rocksteady make another game based in Arkham Wars? I don't know. After Suicide Squad, first of all, they will have to support that game for next at least 1 year, because they have already promised 4 seasons for that game. So like तुम्हारा 2025 तो गया पूरा. उसके बाद उनको कितना टाइम लगता है नेक्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट डिसाइड करने में, उसे बनाने में. And like if they want to work on a DC property now, and we already had a Batman Beyond game in development at WB Montreal, which was cancelled because of the leak. So Who knows? We're not sure. James Gunn said that we're gonna get more games in Arkham Works, but
You take that one.
he does not know about game development that much, I guess. We don't know. We'll see. चलो भाई, end of the chapter. I'm just gonna end the stream. आज रात को मैं एडिटिंग करूँगा, तो I think I need something to drink. And by that I mean something with caffeine. I don't drink alcohol.
Come on.
Never did. Okay. We'll complete this game in few more days. अगर इस स्पेस से खेलते रहे तो आज ओवर भी हमने बात ज़्यादा की थी, but still we did made quite like we made a lot of progression in the game. Or we have a lot of money, so let's just purchase something and set up and save the game, ताकि stream के next stream के start होते ही मैं ये सब करने ना बैठ जाऊँ. तेरी पेस्टिस करूँ सांप. चलो, we regain the health. Bye Flex, thank you for coming to the stream. And thank you everyone. Appreciate it. आज का experience काफ़ी अच्छा था gaming का. Now I'm going back to editing videos. For now. Should I combine it? Maybe not. Hey Pokemon Forever, good evening and welcome to the stream. RE4, the original.
Welcome. Got some rare things on. What are you selling? Is that all? Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying?
Yes,
Is
good.
that all?
I needed this.
Thank you. Is that-
Treasure map, much needed.
Thank you.
Punisher, Broken Butterfly will get. We don't have to purchase this one. For handling, we already have Red 9. That Riot Gun, Samioto will help a lot. Mine Thrower, I love it. See, we will have to sell some things now. Rival sell करो अपनी. ठीक है. Shotgun stand करो. Because Riot Gun is pretty great.
What are you selling? Ah. Thank. Is that all? Thank you.
और मैं गलती से TMP stock बेच देता. I need to sell
Is
this.
that all? Thank you.
ठीक है.
What are you buying?
Now let's purchase some things.
Is that
Give me the shotgun. There will be 2 games planned for DCU. Can move it. हाँ मुझे पता है. James Gunn said that they will be making games set in DCU.
Is that all strength?
इसके लिए जगह करनी पड़ेगी. Let's adjust all the guns then. One of the best part of Resident Evil gameplay, adjusting your attache case. Like genuinely, it is so fun to do. ठीक है. पिस्टल शॉटगन एक में आ जाएगी. अब ये गन जितनी भी एमओ ये सब नीचे से रखते हैं अपन। लास्ट वाली में ये सब आने थे। Now bye, and thanks for reading my long chat. Yeah, that's fine. I enjoy it. Thank you for coming to the stream, Netflix. Appreciate it. ठीक है.
Thank you.
Now what we need to purchase is the scope.
Is that all?
It will fit here perfectly. Now we can purchase mine thrower as well, yeah. And I love that weapon, honestly.
Thank you.
It's not even that costly.
You need cash, but you'll need guts to buy that weapon.
It needs space. तो ये weapon ये नीचे पहुंचाता हूँ फिर. Yeah, इस गेम में बहुत addictive है ये चीज़, honestly, and it's fun, honestly.
Thank you. Is that all, strength?
This is literally the no one can stand against me right now with this arsenal, and I can still upgrade them. This much cash I have right now.
Thank you.
Let's upgrade all of them. H.Knight, baby, here you go.
Thank you.
Riot definitely.
Thank you.
Capacity.
Thank you. What are you buying?
There must be another thing. I can TMP करता हूँ पहले.
Thank you.
बस फिलहाल यही कर सकता हूँ. अब मैं गरीब हो चुका हूँ. जितने पैसे बचाए थे सब कुछ क्रैक करा था, अब खत्म.
Come back anytime.
But I'm ready for everything now. Combine this with this. Combine. ठीक है. Everything is fully reloaded. Great. Chalo. Okay, let's see. Either way, everyone, thank you for coming to the stream. This stream is almost 4 hours long, so yeah, we did a lot of good things in this stream. And आज का काफ़ी ज़्यादा, I had a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. Appreciate every single one of you. And good night. Have some really sweet dreams and good sleep as well. Bye.